processes. I
Streaming?
was gonna find a game to play while we chat. I just wanted to find something casual to play.
Oh, yes. Always
It
good.
doesn't take a lot of brain effort.
Cash. You gotta get cash with it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Live now, watch now.
Live now, watch now, do a lot of things now.
Let me see. I'm gonna make sure it can hear us
Okay.
on the streaming.
I hope they certainly can. I don't know why they wouldn't be able to, but stranger things have happened.
Sounds very quiet.
Sounds very quiet.
Yeah, maybe it's me.
Oh, Paul's here.
Hey, Drunk Paul has joined us.
Yeah, it's just you. I think it's just you. Because I think I can turn myself.
Just me on.
Yeah, you're a little soft. I mean,
It's whatever.
Yeet?
Yeet.
double
Hello,
zeets.
Paul.
Okay, got push. Forgot I didn't have push to talk activated.
Time.
Oh yeah, that's always.
Double yeet.
It's always
Welcome, Paul.
important.
How you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a moment.
It's been a few moments.
Been a few.
It's been a year.
Not
It's been a year this past
It's-
month.
It's definitely
really has been. Yeah, yeah. This year has been the longest decade. Really.
Would you like a temporal gut punch today?
Bring it back to 2019.
Let's
Here
go.
we go.
No, Halloween was a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness.
It's only been a week. What?
That's true.
It's simultaneous. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Oh, a week ago?
Mm-hmm.
A week.
Remember when that spirit haunted the stream? That was something. I was really scared about.
Oh, sorry
that.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes again.
What? Oh, missed it.
Nothing.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know if you missed that Halloween live stream where we bobbed for apples.
yeah, it was great. We bobbed for apples digitally.
I was unfortunately busy.
I think
Yeah,
you meant to
sorry.
say fortunately, right?
Yeah.
No, I like to see you suffer.
Yeah, it was pretty
enough.
great.
We do that a lot.
It was
Suffer
pretty great.
For your drunkenness.
For your amusement, we suffer. Yeah. So yeah, Halloween went fine. We got
Yeah.
scared and did prepare. Well, what were the other things that I had a few different stupid games that I played.
Yeah, you played some children's Halloween themed flash games.
Where you splat the spiders. Stupid.
Yeah, spelling and counting names.
Splat.
Splatters. That was pretty great.
He still had a better time than playing Doki Doki Literature Club, though.
This is true. Compared to Doki Doki Literature Club,
I mean, that's just kind of a cursed game.
True.
that
It is definitely cursed.
that spider splatty game was magic. It's great. No, I'm at least not so much of an ideologue that I can't say I understand the artistic merits of Doki Doki Literature Club. I just really did not enjoy it for anything or for any reason. I am
of the distinct opinion that
Yeah.
it is a interesting and thought-provoking experience for about an hour after you've experienced
Sounds
it.
about
Yeah. I think my whole thing about it was like I could accept that it was innovative. You know, I appreciated its innovation. I think I even admitted that on stream. But the thing that annoyed me is I felt like the entire game was basically just a commercial for another game that they would eventually make. Like I could kind of tell what the concept was going to be. And I just kind of felt like it was starting to, like I was purposely being catfished, like that was the whole point of the game. And it reminded me of when Yahtzee did a zero punctuation on it, and he was like, This game is free, which I think is about the correct price tag for it. because if you charged any kind of money, you'd have a lot of very angry gentlemen that bought this thinking that it was going to be an actual waifu game. And so
Yeah,
free.
I do love it kind of tricked a huge group of people into playing basically a horror game. I can't, that's maybe spoilers, who knows. But here's your
No.
short horrifying concept of the existential dread that many people feel in your waifu game. Have fun.
Good luck. Enjoy.
And I think the
Should have left the call at that one.
I think the other thing that really got me, that was probably the reason I didn't enjoy it so much, is from the get-go, I was upset that I couldn't just go for Monica. Like the entire time, it's like, no, you can't. Monica is off limits. You have to try for one of the other girls. And I was like, I don't want to. I like Monica. So then the rest of the game pretty much skews in a completely different way based on the way it goes. Because if that's the way you feel, the game kind of works out in your favor for the most part as it keeps going on. But yeah, it was mostly like, once I started to understand, I see the tricks that they're playing, I was like, yeah, how fast can I get to the end so that we can just wrap this up?
Zoom.
I get to the and they were making, and I was also incredibly annoyed by the characters too. Like, the hits just kept coming. Like, all the stuff.
And they don't stop coming.
No, they never stop. Yeah.
They don't stop coming.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
No, if you're playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you are not an all-star.
No, you're not getting your game on. You are not going to play. Yeah, it was like all the stuff with Natsuki. I was like, my God, you're the most annoying character I have ever met. Like, and I don't want you to be around me anymore. Yeah, no, that was not my favorite. That was not a game I enjoyed. But then, the year after that, the game I got to play was Lovers of Ether. So you know what? Things were looking up.
There you go.
Things were
positive outlook.
Positive outlook. I really did do. I didn't get to play. Did I play one this year? I didn't. No, I didn't play one this year for April Fools. That's an unfortunate thing. Well.
Hey, the year's not done yet. You got like almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months, and if I have a better computer to play it on, maybe I can. Maybe I can play something good. I don't know. Probably.
Anyways, welcome, James. We haven't acknowledged you're here yet, but I see you there.
How is James tonight?
I'm wondering if James has not enabled push to talk yet. Hey James, you might need to enable push to talk.
It's also possible that he's studying mime at college, and he's just doing a really good job.
That's a throwback. Is the channel push to talk? I don't think it's push to talk.
It is currently on push to talk only.
What?
It wouldn't let me talk until I enabled push to talk.
I don't have push to talk.
I don't either. No.
Let me.
Well, it likes you guys better then.
Let me.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because the roles we have.
Maybe. Let me swap some things around in the server.
Hey, I have the shiny role. How dare? How dare? I complain because I'm supposed to be special.
I'm special. Okay. You can be special. He's nice.
How do I do this? Permission? So I have to do... Oh boy.
All I know is I'm not on push to talk.
Yeah, I think it's because we're hosts.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, we're barely hosts, but...
Host with the most to say.
Yeah. Well, just because we're talking doesn't really mean we're saying anything. But... What happened?
Words are coming out of your mouth.
Can you understand the words?
Okay.
Oh. Now?
Voice activity for delvers, game designers. 1-uppers,
Nothing yet, James.
Shiny, yep. Gotta have shinies.
forever boosters.
Yeah.
We're okay. You should be able. Oh, hold on. What?
Wait
Is
for
there...
it.
Oh,
I'm kind of hoping James suddenly comes screaming.
It runs in screaming from yesterday.
James, are you alive? James will eventually join us through the temporal wormhole that he's trying to claw his way through. It's okay, James.
So I think it might work now. Maybe. Let me see.
I don't know. If and Crave's here, whole bunch of people are here.
Hello, Eve.
Hang on, I can. I'll jump out and see if I can switch to voice activation.
Sure.
All right, cool.
Technical difficulties,
Technical difficulties.
apparently.
Technical.
Okay, no, I'm on voice activation now.
Can Gravedigger talk? Hello.
Yay!
It's James.
Okay.
James, you're the issue.
James, you're
Having
broken.
issues on my end. Oh yeah. Okay, so it might just be his
Actually,
mic.
I'm gonna do something weird.
Yes, please do something weird.
I can't wait.
You're gonna love how it sound.
Oh.
Wow.
I do have a really nice mic that I got a while ago because I was doing a bunch of recording for a friend, and I hated the way they sounded. Like, he was fine. Like, no, this works for what I'm doing. And I was like, no, I hate it. I've seen what you've done with it. I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
enough.
Sorry, I've heard what you've done with it.
It's like I know what good audio sounds like, and that's not good audio.
Yeah.
It's been amazing how in the last 2 years I've become more of an audiophile.
I blame podcasts for that, probably.
I don't listen to a whole lot of
Yeah,
podcasts,
I don't either.
but I listen to more music.
That's fair.
There we go. Hello, everybody.
Hey!
James.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to whatever this show is. I think it's called
something.
Delve.
Is it?
I
I
hope
don't
not.
know. Oh.
Yeah, it better not be.
I'm
If
sorry.
it's called Delve, I'm in the wrong
Okay,
podcast.
sweet. There we go. Yeah, I was trying to use my wireless headphones, and they are just stupid on multiple counts. So
Oof.
I'm switched to something not as nice, but that works better.
I mean,
so
Oh, that's
I hear
fair.
you, so
Yeah.
A+ for that.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, A+. Terrific. Great. How has James been?
Interesting. It's been kind of a wild few weeks.
Yeah, we were just talking earlier. It's been the longest decade this week.
Mm-hmm. Sure has.
Yeah.
I
But
feel that.
but that's good. Are you able to get any of your game design done through everything?
Game design, yes. Playtesting has been not so successful. I can't find anyone to playtest with me right now. I've tried a couple different things, but so far nothing's worked.
Oh yeah, I think you mentioned that on one of the channels too. Trying to figure out
True.
resources. Yeah. Yeah.
Find like 5 people on Fiverr.
Oh
or-
God.
You could also try using a tabletop simulator or Roll20.
Tabletop Sim is pretty strong for a lot of these things.
You have to input all your stuff into Tabletop Simulator if you have any assets, but it's totally doable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm still learning Tabletop Simulator, but I figure that's what I'll try if I can't find anybody over break from my local area. So,
I forget where James is located, honestly.
middle of nowhere, Missouri, most of the time these days.
Most of the time.
Middle of
Say, I know 3 of us live in the same state right now.
Yeah.
4 of us, actually, because Gravedigger is in Manchester.
Yo!
Noise.
So.
How the hell are 3 of us in the fucking Shire?
You
4
know,
of us, sorry.
4, yeah.
Also, Stabby Rogue is also, I believe, New Hampshire.
Yes,
Is
I met
that-
Stabby Rogue. I
Oh,
met
yeah.
Stabby Rogue in person.
Did you guys go to that thing?
Yeah, the taco place / improv D&D thing,
Yeah.
which was very fun.
I couldn't go because I had my kid. So, you know.
Yeah, no, there's 4 of us here in New Hampshire right now. It's all local.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
We're all
goodness.
friends now.
We're all the friendliest now.
That's right.
No escape.
We practically don't even need to do this online. We can just get, some strings and cans and just do,
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
do a stream that way.
We could get a really nice microphone, place it in, 6 feet apart from all of us.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be about 8 feet if you're doing like a square, and just sit there and just yell.
So we're just gonna use the dining room downstairs at my place because I feel like I'm probably about an hour away or so from Paul,
I think so.
and I'm
Yeah.
about an hour away from Nathan, and I know I'm an hour away from Gravedigger.
So there you
So
go.
we should change your nickname back to Miss Grave because it's not Halloween.
You could still be
I
the grave
appreciate it.
digger. You know what?
Um,
The grave digger was always the grave digger, right?
yeah,
That's
the
always
monster
there.
truck.
Yes.
Oh God, it's the Undertaker with a steel chair.
I was thinking of the Undertaker. I'm realizing now. I was thinking of the Undertaker. I was like,
I think
remember
I
that
picked up the
wrestler?
vibe.
Remember that wrestler, the Gravedigger? I think that's what it was. I haven't watched pro wrestling for so long. I was like, I remember there was that character, and I'm pretty
You
sure.
know,
Yes.
you know, Nathan. Pro wrestling's gotten a lot harder with the 6-foot rule.
Yeah. You have to just like chuck the chairs across the
They actually started using crutches because they're all so injured. They're just like, listen, we've got guys from like 30 years ago. Since they're all like in walkers now, it works perfectly.
Oh yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. You just start like throwing, softballs at people from across.
They edit it in post. It's great. It looks like they're throwing like rocks at each other.
Yeah, it's basically now it's just like extreme dodgeball. That's basically what it's become.
Okay, I'd watch that.
Oh, gee. Now
Mashed
mashed potatoes and gravy.
craving. Why? Why? Why?
Why not?
Oh, boy.
This is true. Oh shoot! Now we all got to figure out what we're going to use for our, Thanksgiving-y kind of names.
I don't need to change anything. I'm the drunk uncle. Easy.
This is true. You're the
You can
drunk
be
uncle.
Drunkle Paul.
Drunkle
It'll be fine.
Paul. Yeah. James
James the Gobbler.
Gobble. I
My-
was just thinking.
My brother dubbed me a string bean once. I don't know if that technically counts, but
Sure, if you like string beans at Thanksgiving.
James.
kinda. Not on their own.
James.
I think on one of the other servers I'm in, I'm still from like last year's November. I think I'm like Turkey Limited or something.
Oh, perfect.
I
Oh,
never changed it back because I'm barely ever in that server.
I've got. I was just thinking, James. What about James and the Giant Peach Cobbler?
I love that.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Cobbler's so good too.
Yes. That's always a good one.
Yes, that is.
Yeah, let's do that. I have nothing for
Oh
me,
dear.
so that's okay.
Do you have
Uh,
nothing for you?
Oh, Stufftanium.
Stuff.
Ooh,
That's pretty good. Oh wait,
that
now I got it.
that could work.
That could work.
I've got one for me now. Hold on.
Limited seconds. I love that everyone just. I love the fact that everyone here is just like, no, it's November.
Oh, no.
That is the theme, and I will shoot you if you attempt to divert it.
Wait, There. No, I've got a better one. There we go.
Saturkey, yum.
Yeah, Cyturkium. Yeah. Mhm.
It's even got a yum in it, just so you can be a little too uncomfortable with people.
Yeah, exactly. And limited time offer.
It's also in the theme because of Black Friday,
This is true.
which I think at work we're doing like 3 weekends of Black Friday stuff.
Oh, really?
Because Walmart,
I
something like that.
I've been out of the retail game for a little while. Is Black Friday still like a thing?
I mean, yes, but apart from like the last couple of years, it's been mostly online, bigger than anything else,
Yeah.
anyways. With the COVID stuff, I think they're trying to limit it a lot more by having
Sure.
smaller stuff go on like over more time, I guess. I
Right.
don't really know. I work overnights. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh god, I didn't even think about COVID because I don't care about Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have just gotten trampled to
Mhm.
death instead. That would have
Yeah,
worked
you're
too.
not gonna catch COVID. You're just
like,
gonna catch, you
It,
know,
it,
death.
you know what? If you're a vegan, you can have typhurcium. That's fine. Tofurcium. That's also, or turducken.
So obviously off topic, but I actually tried recently this fake meat taco meat,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to add a bit extra spice because it was lacking cumin.
You can just add cumin.
So we did. Um, I appreciate the derfucking.
Mm-hmm.
That's recorded audio. Yay! But it was actually very good because we did tacos with beans and like
Yeah.
sauce and stuff. So it was like it works.
Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend it solo. I in fact did at some point eat it solo, and I was like, works.
Were you using the beefless ground?
It's the plant-based beef.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because I know mashed potatoes and gravy and I a couple weeks ago had like I don't remember what they were, like vegan burgers.
Yeah.
Do you remember what they were, Crave?
I've had a Beyond Burger before.
No,
Gardein, I think.
Yeah, these are like Gardein, like just vegan burgers, and we added mushrooms and
Oh, mushrooms will make most things.
provolone on a bed of spinach, and it was just like really good. Because
I mean,
he's a
you can, like,
vegetarian, so
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'll try these. You know, I'm not a vegetarian, but I'll try it. And I was like, wow, this actually just tastes like eating a burger.
It's pretty
It's
amazing.
really good.
Pretty amazing. With
A lot of vegetarian stuff these days and vegan stuff is amazing.
I was
Like
surprised.
it's so much better than it used to be.
Yeah.
Surprised. I was like, wow, that's really good. I was like, let's do that again.
Used to be really bad, but
Yeah.
lately, like they've gotten a lot better at making it actually taste like meat.
Food science. Woo.
It's felt to me a lot like it's a two-part thing where it's like, yes, we have to make this taste like more meat if we want to attract people, and it's also like, wait, if we're trying to make it taste like meat rather than something entirely different, couldn't we just do something fun with this? And like it's all of a sudden opened a lot of people's minds to the idea of we're trying to make it tasty to bring people in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not to insult the vegetarian community, but there was this huge push of like, it's healthier, so you should want it anyways. And it's become this more, no, it is economically responsible, and it reduces consumption of many other things. And I agree with that. And I was like, yes, now that you've made it taste in a way that that's not different,
Not
or just not enough
weird.
different, I'm totally down. Let's go.
It's close enough to this thing I already like that I will do it, and now it is actually better anyways.
Exactly.
But the issue before was, I think with a lot of things too, was that not all of them were actually healthier for you. Like, not all the
No.
vegan stuff is healthier for you because you have to substitute out all these things that are easy to put in it, but also not too bad for stuff that is not necessarily healthier because you've got to substitute it for different fillers. For like cookies and stuff, you have to use something that takes the place of the fats you would use that are animal byproducts like eggs and stuff to bind it, and you have to use something else completely that is like less healthy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be really careful still with things like soy, because they screw with hormonal balance.
Does it?
So not all of it is good, but yeah, it does. Not in small quantities, but if you eat a lot of it, if you eat a lot of vegetarian, vegan stuff with a high quantity of soy, it can make you feel weird and screw with your body. So
Yep.
That's fair.
Yep.
yeah.
It's like people who can't do the gluten thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's actually really similar because it's because of this long history of messing with it and changing it, where our bodies kind of got used to it but kind of didn't, and kind of got used to it and kind of did it, and we're we're both in the middle of one of those stages and also rapidly changing so fast that it just happens. Like my wife has a slight gluten allergy that fluctuates, where some of the year she's fine and she actually wants it because it helps her, and some of the year it's a problem.
That
Mhm.
I've got like mild I've got mild lactose intolerance. It's not like I can't do it, but like I can't have a ton of heavy cream. Alfredo fucks with me really bad. Caesar
hate that
dressing.
guy.
Caesar dressing of all the things does not sit
Hate
well in my
that guy
system.
too.
So it's like I can do dairy products. I'm so glad I can do cheese and ice cream because if I couldn't, I would cry. But like it's one of those iffy things where it's like if I have too much dairy, it's like my body is like, you done fucked up, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I get
Feel ya.
it's like sometimes I just want to gorge on cheese, and other times I'm like, that's not a good idea right now.
Yeah.
Welcome to Delve. We're now talking about food.
We're
Yeah.
delving into the concept of food and balance and how it's really important to know what your limits and necessities are. Because it turns out humans are really weird. And if you took the exact same advice as a professional weightlifter for how you should eat, it wouldn't go well for you.
Yeah.
You'd die.
Yeah, it really would.
100% would
You
not.
might not die, but you'd be
You'd be in pain.
Today on our design podcast, how to design vegan food so it tastes like it's meat. Congratulations.
God, Oreos were fucking vegan.
Yeah, Oreos are. Doesn't mean they're healthy, but they are
Yeah,
vegan.
well, it's like this wonderful thing. Yeah, it can be totally vegan. It's
Vegan.
entirely made chemically.
Oh yeah.
I put potassium nitrate and sodium bicarbonate and some other things together in a lab, and no animals were even remotely involved.
the animals just ate all of your Oreos.
Ah, crap. I'm gonna lose my
I
leg.
love Oreos. Oreos are fantastic, and they're vegan. Look at that. I'm doing my part for the environment.
There you go. There you go. Not your waistline, but your
Question for y'all: how long does like a full 3 lines of Oreos last in your home?
It depends on what kind of Oreo it is. We don't really like the chocolate ones. Or my family doesn't, but we really like the vanilla and the cinnamon
Depends.
bun
Where
ones.
are they located in my house? Are they on my desk?
No.
Then they last a fairly long time.
Okay.
Mhm.
If they're on my desk and I have a glass of milk, though, a line of Oreos lasts until I'm like, I should stop eating.
Right. I had to.
I just go, Oreos, don't.
I don't necessarily have the Oreo because high fructose corn syrup I tried to cut out of my diet. But give me some JoJo's or the Numinos any day. And yeah, 2 days, 2 or 3 probably. I can do a skein in a day.
We have the remarkable skill of what I like to call out of sight, out of mind. Oh God, I hope it doesn't spoil.
Yep.
Stop wasting your time playing these fake money making.
Yeah.
Hello, DC there.
Hello.
We have a DC.
Fun fact: apparently Samoas are not a thing in Hawaii.
I'm not surprised.
What?
Well,
What is their name?
Samoan?
Oh, well, yeah, that's a problem.
That's something my friend Jesse, who lives in Hawaii, told me. He's like, "Yeah, those aren't a thing here." I was like, "I wonder why."
Shocking.
I think they have them by a different name.
I would
Sure.
I would assume they're called like coconut chocolate cookies or something like that.
But they're not
Coco
Samoas in Hawaii.
Choco, something.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
I have got to find a recipe for Samoa cookies because they are caramel delights. Yeah, I've
Yes!
seen that packaging
There,
too.
yeah.
I mean, that's fair. That's a little less racist. I don't know.
Insensitive, we'll call it.
They
Sure,
could have.
Yeah,
they
I
could have
don't
just-
think it's necessarily racist if they're called.
They could have just called them.
Different recipe too.
They could have just called them some more.
Oh yeah, you
Just
you
with a question mark.
you can.
They have nothing to do with s'mores. They don't have marshmallow.
No, but I think that the name was like that. You always want some more just like s'mores kind of got their name.
I want some more
that.
Samoas.
They have s'mores cookies now, so it wouldn't work though.
Oh god.
And you're right, they do have different recipes. The caramel delights have leavening of some kind. You can tell by the shape. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
They're fluffier. It's a good thing.
That's
That-
James Traveler because he's baking.
Yeah, I bake a lot.
I don't bake a lot. I just deep fry shit all.
That's
Sorry, I just-
respectable.
That counts.
I just got this notion in my head of somebody was putting bacon on top of these cookies, and I kind of got excited and confused at the same time.
Well, first of all, you want candied bacon if you're gonna put it on cookies.
But it would
Fine.
be so good.
I don't
I mean,
care.
bacon's kind of
So
a
good.
remarkable thing to cook with.
Oh yeah.
Bacon it goes well on everything.
Oh my goodness. Oh hey,
Look at
there we
that.
go. There we
Heavier
go.
caramel layer, dark chocolate coating, more toasted coconut.
They even give you a cost breakdown.
Yeah.
I love that.
So apparently the caramel delights are better, which is why they probably did lights like that.
Oh,
'cause they're
lights.
equal.
Yeah, because oh yeah, less.
They're lighter.
They got more sugar.
How? What is the? I don't want to know the caloric math on this now. I'm actually more upset than I know this.
It's the chocolate, it looks like.
But no, I'm looking at this and going, I hate that I can tell you that the light one is 65 per cookie.
It's probably
Like, one of those is 65.
Yeah.
Those go down in a bite.
Yeah.
there you go.
But
We're
the
just doing food science. tonight,
milkier
it's cool.
chocolate, darker chocolate.
Listen, it's the November episode. It makes sense.
True.
Dark chocolate is so good.
Mm.
Very true.
DC
Yeah.
Eclair.
DC.
yeah.
We've changed our name to Food Puns, and I'm just speaking out the one I've seen a million times in my head.
Well,
Oh,
except for you.
well, all right then.
I'm sorry, but it's happened every time. I also appreciate it's Thanksgiving puns. I should specify because everyone else has. Actually, no. There's two of us here who are not food puns. They're just the things you experience in Thanksgiving, such as your drunk uncle and a limited time offer.
You know, the funny part there
There
is
we
my
go.
drunk uncle is
Perfect.
Nathan's fault.
I love it.
So, just saying, my drunk uncle, Nathan's dad.
Ugh.
So
I don't know how, and I love it.
I mean, well, Nathan's my cousin, so his father is my great uncle.
Right.
So I don't know if your dad's ever been drunk at Thanksgiving with us. Though, so,
No.
but it's
I can help.
No,
I mean,
probably
that's-
not to the level that you would appreciate. But
fair.
My
Actually-
drunk uncle is his father, his brother.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
that
I mean
is
that is
accurate.
absolutely true.
That is true. Yeah.
Super accurate. He's drunk all the time.
Yeah. Like he always had a favorite bar, and everybody knew who he was. It was basically he was like Norm for Cheers. Like that's kind of like people would
Except
come
people
in.
liked Norm.
That's,
Penny's just an asshole.
wow.
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 Ooh,
Wow.
shots
I think I know why
fired.
you never get invited to the family dinner.
Shot fired.
Does someone have a fire extinguisher?
No,
Someone got burned.
alcohol.
I just love the idea that like if Alex had his way, every time we got to a family reunion, he'd just be going around pointing like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're fine, fuck you, fuck you.
I mean that's pretty accurate though. Nathan, you gotta remember the best person in the family is in a fucking wheelchair.
That lines up though.
This is true. This is true.
And he is also usually drunk.
he is also usually drunk. He's awesome though.
Exactly.
He's so great. It's, everyone's always like, Justin's here, yes! The party started. Finally.
Oh, he's gonna piss off someone. It's gonna be great, and someone's gonna yell at him. He's gonna be like, "Listen, you can't insult me. I can't move my legs."
This is true.
It's a powerful comeback tool.
Oh yeah, because at a certain point he's like, I don't care. I'm just here having fun. I don't care.
What could you do to me? Come on, tell me.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly. But we
Break my legs?
he would appreciate this conversation entirely.
And that's how you know he's good.
He really would. But yeah, we have the kind of family where somebody might just pull out a potato cannon randomly and say, "Hey," and you'd think
Can
like,
I go to this Thanksgiving?
Yeah, are other loud?
I mean, not
Well-
during COVID.
Nah, shit.
Fair. That's fair.
right. But, also, New Hampshire, you kind of... What are you gonna do? But,
Living it, apparently.
yeah. I thought that was so funny.
yeah. Since DC's here, he's even the odds back out of not everyone here being from New Hampshire.
Yes, he has. He's evened out the crowd.
I mean, it's still 4-2.
This is true. This is true.
But it's a fair fight.
This
Because
is
I'm
true.
drunk, and who knows which way I'm gonna swing. That wasn't even alcohol. That's just me.
If you get drunk and you start wandering around outside, you might hit Maine eventually.
Yeah.
To be fair, the last time I went wandering while drunk, I think someone else got arrested for me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
Well, picked up by police. I don't think he got arrested for anything.
Good on taking one for the team. I mean,
Yeah, that was an experience. I did not know anything of the story. I was simply told it, and the basic statement was the police called on a barefoot man screaming at parked cars. And while that sounds exactly like me, someone else got grabbed for it. And my only assumption is that someone found me doing it, joined me, I took an Irish exit, and they got grabbed.
Well, there you go. That's
are you
apparently how
sure
we
you
do it.
weren't in Florida at the time? That sounds like a...
I can confirm I was not in Florida because I was only missing for about 3 hours, and and I don't think I could have made it to Florida and back within 3 hours.
This is true.
Considering I was in Massachusetts,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I've got hospital records to prove it.
That's true. That's true. Oh, well that's okay. If it was Florida, you would have been wrestling a gator at the same time, and then you two would have made friends and gotten drunk together. Because that also.
I would have probably had a husband at that point.
It's very scaly, but very scaly husband, but very powerful. I feel very safe when I'm holding.
I respect the ability of a gator to death roll.
Yeah, that really is something. It's very extreme foreplay, but I'll take it. Anyway, sorry. I just watched Crawl and I was like, ooh, fun. Anyway,
Someone take this out of context.
50 Shades of Crawl. Anyway, so...
Gonna have to clip that.
Are you kidding me? That's a highlight for the episode. I'm taking that little piece completely out of context, too.
Please send me the link. I'm gonna share that far and wide.
If anyone knows how to clip it, go ahead.
I can do it. It's a part. You could do a highlight.
Okay, good. Yeah, throw it up everywhere.
Yeah. Also, recommendation: go watch Crawl. Anyway,
I have no idea what you're talking. I've never heard of it, and now I have to watch it. Apparently,
you have to watch Crawl. It's like Jaws, but if it were alligators.
Oh, God.
Kind of.
Wait, is it a sci-fi original?
No, actually, it was like in theaters. It was like a theater
Oh
movie.
no!
Yeah.
I don't. That's not a good sign when I look at the poster and it looks like a sci-fi original.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
yeah, but like the gators are not like gator sharks or anything. It's not like
Fair.
that. They're supposed to be like just very vicious, very large gators. But yeah, no, the storyline.
I think we call those crocodiles.
No, but they're supposed to be alligators. It's supposed to be.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a whole story where this the daughter knows that she has a very stubborn father, and he's going to be in the middle of a hurricane that's coming down to their area in the lower part of the country, and so she goes to try and find him at the house, and they get stuck inside of the hurricane when the water starts rising underneath the old house, and they're alligators now. So now they have to figure out a way to crawl from under the foundation and get out of the house without the alligators eating them.
Southern girls make do. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Someone's been to Florida before.
Well, you know what? If you...
I'm not sure where this episode was headed, but didn't anticipate that.
And like a true drunken uncle, I will make my exit in the middle of the chaos because I do have to go to sleep.
This is
I've been awake too long.
Go to bed, Paul. You're drunk.
No, I'm drunk, therefore bed invites me.
This
That
is
is fair.
true. This is true. I got
Good
my
night,
order of operation
Have a good night,
wrong.
Paul.
Have a
Thank you for
good
joining us.
one.
Good night.
He's drunk.
I think we were trying to talk about something that was
The
Thanksgiving.
party has now left.
The party. The party has now left. Our bard has left the party. Oh no.
If it's a bard party, can we just call it a bardy?
Sure. Actually, I kind of feel like he would be a monk, and he'd be a drunken master style.
Drunken math. There you go.
Yeah, drunken master style. That's
Always
perfect.
relating this back to D&D, Nathan.
Mostly just so that I can talk about the monk class, pretty much.
That's all you talk about, Nathan.
The only thing I really play.
Exactly.
Because I'm boring like that. Like every time I talk to you, it's like, actually, I had a different idea for a monk character that I can play. Every single time.
This one time in the monastery.
This one time in a monastery. This one time at band camp. Yeah. No, I'm always just relating it back to monks. That's fine. Monks would monks would love Thanksgiving dinner. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanksgiving is a lot of fun. I eat far too much. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just eat too much on Thanksgiving. It's fine. So, at any rate. Okay, so, things that I was going to discuss.
You had things planned?
I mean, planned is such a strong term.
You had things, I don't know.
I had the whole, yes, I'm going to try and build a PC. And, but I'm going to have somebody do it for me. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to build it
Oh,
myself.
computer, right. You wanted to...
Yeah.
Nathan wants to build a computer.
Nathan
I
wants
think
to
he's
build
probably barking up the wrong trees.
Would you like to build a computer?
No.
Oh boy.
Gotta go now. Bye.
I think it was mostly like I was looking at different towers. I was on Digital Storm because they can put it together and they can test it and make sure that it's stable and everything. But they give you a lot of options for different components if you want to use them. And I think the one thing that always just confused me is when they get into the graphics cards, because it doesn't really explain to you what the graphics cards can do, usually. It's just to me. It just looks like, oh, here's AMX and then a big number after it, and I have absolutely no idea what that's going to entail. So I was kind of hoping Alex might know something more about graphics cards than I do, but
Bigger numbers are better.
bigger numbers are just better. Okay,
Not always. Not always.
not always, not always.
Nah.
What cards are you looking at?
I think DC and I both have 1660s.
Well, let me
If
just
I remember what you said you had in yours a while
Yeah.
back.
Yep, I got a 1660.
a 1660. Okay, I'll have to look for
I've
that.
got the 1660 Ti in mine.
Yeah.
But now, you might as well get a 2080 or something along those lines.
A 2080.
I didn't get a 2080 because the price tag.
Right. But now the 3079 80 is coming out, so the 20 whatever's from if you go NVIDIA should be coming down in price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Well, the first things that they asked me about are if I'm looking for an AMD Ryzen or an Intel Core i9 10th gen.
I mean, i9s are nice. I didn't go with an i9 because the processor I got in mine, which is the i7 9600, I think. When I had my friend look, he's like, so there's like a 3% difference in performance between your processor and the i9, and the much bigger price tag difference. I was like, yeah, 3% ain't worth it.
Yeah. But it looks like they're kind of at the same starting price between the two of them. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you at least want an i7 chip in the thing if you go Intel.
You at least
Intel's
want
pretty
an i7. Okay.
Although I don't really know much anyways about that stuff. I'm really bad with that tech stuff. I'm better with like RAM and shit. Even then, I'm not the best. This is why we're a tabletop podcast, not a computer building
lie.
podcast.
You lie.
What? No, never.
You lie. Liar.
Oh dear.
Liar.
Oh my.
Okay, so yeah, I get you. Yeah, I'm seeing i9s, I'm seeing i7s, I'm seeing bigger i9s. So I guess that's better.
Mostly you want RAM, and the more RAM you can put in the thing, the better.
Yeah.
Usually.
Usually.
Yeah, if I were just out of curiosity, should probably actually show the screen that I'm looking at right now. Oh, I can do that, right? That's a thing I can do. 1 second. Okay. So anyway, I am looking at so many different kinds of things. But anyway, if we assume that I was looking at different packages for i9s, I'd be looking at either...
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at all those price tags.
Those are price tags. Oh, yeah.
16 DDR4. None of those have DDR5. Isn't DDR5 out?
Is there 5?
Yeah, but I don't know if there's much that cares about that right now.
Probably not. Probably not.
Mm.
I mean, let's put it this way, Nathan. The things you really want to look at are your processor.
Yeah.
Your motherboard, which I'll just say motherboard. Right. And then those are liquid CPU coolers. What?
Yeah, they're all liquid.
I wouldn't get a liquid PC.
You can change that. I'm looking at the options,
Okay.
so
I would change that definitely.
I've never had a liquid cool system, so I don't even know how they work. But
exactly, I think there's a lot more maintenance to deal with them when you have to deal with the liquid cooled PCs.
Yeah.
But like your storage space, your RAM are super easy to upgrade. 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
So like, even though it's like 16 gigabytes DDR4, on like the second option there, and the fourth option has 32, you can
Right.
easily just buy more RAM later if you need it.
Oh, and when you get to customization on these, you can just change that.
Yeah, I'm just saying like you wouldn't have to like get one with 32 gigabytes RAM right out the bat if you didn't want it, because you can
Right.
again, RAM is pretty inexpensive and easy to change out.
Right. Yeah, I kind of figured though that I would probably just get it right out of the gate, because then they'll just put it in and test it, and I'm fine with that. Actually, I think that some of these have the ability where if you wanted to have one chipset and then another chipset, they have enough space where you could just get two different ones if you wanted to.
So I don't really even notice the difference between like the second option and the fourth option aside from the processor and the RAM.
Yeah, this is true. And I can always individually upgrade those anyway. I think, yeah, you're looking at Intel Core i9s and i7s. That's pretty much the difference.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
if an i7 is fine, I'll go
Yeah,
with it.
actually that i7 is better, I think, than the one I've got because it's the 1070.
Oh,
Maybe?
gotcha.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Mine's a 9600, but I'm not sure if the 10700. Is that
Right.
1070 or 10700? I think it's 10700.
10700K. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's probably a little better than mine.
What I will do, I'll click on this, because I can also change out individual components,
Oh,
but
good.
just to,
Okay.
because it's fine.
We're just looking at PC stuff now. It's so exciting.
It's
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Ooh, Lumos. Very pretty.
And
Yeah.
for graphics card, they do let you get a 1660, but if you can bump it up, get the 2060. If you're going, the GeForce RTX 2060 or the 1660, which I have.
Let me look. Oh, I get you. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing there's a 1660 6 GB, and then there's a Ti, which is, oh, these are all VR readies now.
Yeah, if you can get the Ti one, or if you can get the 2060,
Yeah.
that'll keep you alive even a little longer before you have to upgrade.
Right.
Wow. I have the GeForce GTX 1660 6 GB VR ready one. It looks like like that looks exactly like my card, because the other one's like a smaller card.
Right.
Even though it says it's Ti, it's probably just a different manufacturer. 'Cause mine's
it might be, yeah.
mine's MSI. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, the 1660 is great. It's a mid-range card. It's doable for a lot.
Right.
And they're not very expensive. Although if you wanted to bump it up to, as DC was saying, the 2060,
Yeah.
if you wanted to, or even like if you wanted this 500, the RTX 3070, but I don't think that's necessary.
No. But yeah, I kind of figured I didn't want to have to trade out any parts for a while, and I'd want to be able to actually play something that's recent that might need the processing power. So out of curiosity, if I put 2060 on here, there.
I mean, with my 1660, I played Baldur's Gate 3 just fine. So
Right.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I play pretty much any game I want right now on ultra settings, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stream the ultra settings, but if I bump it down to 1080p settings, which I stream at anyway, I can stream the game just fine, and my graphics card doesn't complain at me and doesn't go up to 98% usage or whatever.
Right.
Oh,
You've got a
good.
capture card too, though, right?
Yes, yeah, for external capture card for PS4 and Switch.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
You don't have one just on your PC? I don't think you need one on the PC.
No, I have the Elgato HD60S.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Capture
Because I
card.
mean, when I stream, which is not very often these days, I do 1080p streams as well.
Right.
Though, if you want to stream, you probably want to make sure that you've got the better processor for it. I think it does more from the processor than the graphics on that.
I see.
Pretty sure.
Well, now if I look,
Some games are weird and they take up more graphics than processor, and some take up more processor than graphics.
yeah. Now if I look, they have the. Let's see. It's the i9, and it's 5.2 gigahertz turbo instead of 5.1, but then 3.6 gigahertz instead of 3.8, which is weird.
Well, you don't want the i5.
No.
Um,
But technically, the i9 would be a better processor.
technically, the i9 is better, although, like, if you're gonna go with any of the i9s there, I'd go with the 10900
The 10900,
because
the
it's
highest
a
end one.
5.3 gigahertz turbo instead of 5.2 or 5.1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do
Although
remember gigahertz are incrementally much better even with 0.1, 0.2.
Yeah, that's just speed.
Yeah.
So your like where the first one, the i7, there's 3.8 gigahertz.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better speed than the i9's base. It looks
Got it.
like,
Yeah.
but the other two have better overclock and higher clock speeds and turbo speeds.
Right. And I believe that they actually will do. I think that they do like free overclocking as one of the options here. But if I were to just have to they suggest you upgrade the cooling system, which I think I could do pretty easy actually.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when I got my i7, I had to
Stage 2.
I had to get a new cooler because the old processor didn't need a cooler.
Right.
So this one needed a heatsink. And
Got
that's,
it.
liquid cooling is great for that. It'll keep it really cool. It's basically radiator.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to how like an air conditioner would work or a refrigerator would work. It's a radiator.
Right.
So it'll be quiet. The thing about that is it should be absolutely silent.
Right.
I'm not familiar with liquid cooling so much.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you need nice fans.
Right. Right. That's fair.
Yeah. My CPU base speed is 3.6 gigahertz, and I'm currently sitting at 4.5 gigahertz on speed.
Oh yeah.
And I'm only using 10% of my processor.
Nice.
So
nice.
Build a computer with Delve.
Build a computer with Delve. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I don't. That's perfectly fine. Just look, I wanted to make sure that I had a 1 terabyte solid state drive though. Like I can have a 2 terabyte external.
Why do you need a 1 terabyte solid state drive?
For reasons.
That's expensive as fuck, Nathan.
I don't know. Is it?
My solid.
You can do a lower solid state drive. That's just your boot drive, and get like a 2 terabyte regular hard drive on top of that.
Yeah, that's way better. Like my solid state that I have only has my operating system and like a couple games that are always going to be on it. Like World of Warcraft is installed there. Just because.
Yeah.
So you only really need a solid state for stuff that you don't want to ever have to deal with again, mostly, or stuff you want to boot up really fast.
Oh, okay.
So like if you want your video editing software on the solid state, you could do that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
it wasn't that huge a difference from the 500 gigabyte to the 1 terabyte, so I figured it was just.
Oh yeah, if it's not that big of a difference to you, then go for it.
It's like $52 between the 500.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
Yeah, just the solid states are usually a lot more expensive for the storage capacity.
Right.
And your like typical HDDs are way cheaper for mass storage.
Yeah. It was.
Looks like you get a 2 terabyte Seagate regular hard drive as well as the.
You do. I actually think,
SSD, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. They do have options down toward the bottom that are more like the regular storage ones where you can get higher terabytes too. Now we have 4, we have 6, we have a 10 terabyte from Western Digital.
Honestly, I've got a 1 terabyte and a 4 terabyte in my computer, and I've filled 1 terabyte, and haven't even filled another terabyte on the 4 terabyte.
Oh, I know. I mean, my current
So-
computer, it's just a 1 terabyte interior anyway, and like I do, since I have a lot of video and audio files, I do have to clear it out occasionally, but it does usually take a while. The thing that ended up taking up so much of my space was when I was trying to do stuff on Final Cut, and it would save preview of stuff that you were doing, and it would just keep it on there. So you could be like editing one video together that's only like 10 minutes long, but it would end up taking up like 10, 15 gigabytes of space on your computer altogether.
Yep.
And what I started to find is after I did a few, I was like, oh my god, how did I get to like 300 gigabytes of storage space? And when I turned that off and I got rid of the all the sample files that it generates, I was like, whoa, that cleared out the drive real fast.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need any of that whatsoever. So yeah, the 2 terabyte is fine. When I was looking through this the last time too, yeah, apparently I do need to have the. Guess I need to have
Again,
the stage 2.
installing extra hard drives, super easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have spaces for 2 more solid state drives and at least 1 more HDD.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's just internally.
Mm. Oh, right. Their internal lighting, that's a free promotional upgrade, so remote
Oh, there
controlled
you go.
LED lighting system, please.
Ooh, fancy.
I'm gonna do that. Noise reduction? No! I refuse to have my noise reduction. I don't think there's
Oh
any
yeah, you
options
can get
for
a
this.
laser mark, Nathan. You can get like the Delve logo.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
The laser etch it in there for you.
Oh, yes, this is also for also a promotional thing is you can get the Stage 1 overclock CPU. So up to 4.7 gigahertz on all CPU cores.
I mean, okay.
If
it's free, why not?
it's free, so might as well. And then for software, I don't know. Microsoft Windows is fine. It's home.
Yeah.
Install. Do I need a mouse pad? No, I don't need a mouse pad.
Totally need a mouse pad.
I don't need a display. I have one of those. That's fine.
You totally need all the things.
I only need all of these things. Do I need a warranty plan? No. It already comes with a 3 years. Maybe.
Tech support upgrades.
Assembly.
I think you're at like what I'd have probably put into my computer over the time I've had it
Yeah,
for price.
probably. Priority build. I don't need to have priority build. But
Build comments. Write me a haiku.
Write me a haiku. Alright, so I'm just trying to figure out something that would be great for both.
Do you get to pick your case?
I think that is basically the case. But you can, I think you have options.
Oh yeah. That's a
it-
liquid cooled case.
That's a liquid cooled case, yeah.
So you can change the model of the exterior and the finish and the trim finish.
Yeah, you can.
Look at that customizing stuff.
Yeah, I mean they have like the links and stuff.
Look at that. You can take Digital Storm links and you can take off $116.
This is true, but it doesn't. Oh, and then they have the. That's not bad looking actually. It's kind of nice. I don't know. And the Lumos is the one I have open right now.
Yeah.
And then the one that just looks like a plain black box is like not even is apparently more expensive than the Lynx that has the open bay on the side.
Well, the Slade, for instance, is probably, it looks like it's all mesh on the side.
Gotcha.
Maybe. I don't know. My computer, like 2 of the sides are all mesh.
Yeah.
So it's like open air almost. It's great.
Oh yeah. That's nice. Now the Lumos is a very fancy looking one. But yeah, the Lynx. I don't know if these even have Now, that's the question. Do these have optical drives? I would hope it would have something.
Not unless you want to add them. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually have to add optical drives now if you want them. Otherwise, they tend not to come standard anymore.
That's
They're pretty
unfortunate.
easy to get external optical drives too. They're
Yeah.
USB powered. Like honestly, Nathan,
Yeah.
I haven't had an optical drive in my computer since I've had it, and I've never needed one.
Really? Yeah.
Everything you can do online now, like Steam,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to buy anything like physical copies of things. You can get everything digital.
Right. I think
And if you need to do a physical
yeah.
copy, you can get a USB drive for super cheap for like optical drives.
Yeah, I think I was mostly thinking because I might have CDs or something around that I wanted to put into the computer, and maybe some older ones that I might possibly be able to play. Maybe not. Maybe wouldn't work on the new hardware, but
I would say instead of doing that, because that would take up internal space as well, and have to be connected to your motherboard and just extra wiring and stuff. It's just get an external one if you want one.
Okay.
They're relatively cheap, and they're just plug and play at this point, and it's fantastic.
Okay, excellent. But okay,
Yeah.
you're right. If I got the links for a box, which is also pretty nice, it's apparently a lot less.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And what are the exterior and trim finishes? Are they just colors?
There's only a standard on this one, and I think there's only a standard trim on the other one. I think it might have been, like, if I were to go and look at the Lumos, I think that they might have, or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. I think
You'd probably have to pay extra for those.
You probably would. I imagine that, like, if I was looking at oh jeez. Nah.
You can get a laser etching if you want, Nathan.
I know.
What is that? What does that say?
Oh, which one? The
It's not feature a side window to take advantage of
looking at
internal. Oh, it's the internal lighting.
Yeah, I'd have to. Yeah, if
So
I
you'd
went,
want the links if you want the lighting.
yeah, it would be the links of the Lumos that I'd want for the lighting. But the case doesn't really matter so much. As
Yeah, mine's underneath my desk. I have no use of any internal lighting on it.
Right. Just to make it look fancy. Oh yeah, I guess that was the other thing. I have the different motherboard options, and I really have absolutely no idea.
That'll just like determine some of the other stuff, like what you can plug into it.
Got it.
And whatnot. Honestly, I'm not really familiar with a lot of the motherboard stuff myself.
The only thing I'm mostly saying is that for not a huge amount of money is that you can get the gaming plus version of the Asus motherboard.
What were you gonna say, DC?
Oh, so the newer NVIDIA cards might take a different slot on the motherboard than the other card. So depending on what you need it, but since it's a pre-built, we'll figure all that out for you. So you don't have to
I was
worry.
gonna say they should be like, hey, this card won't work in that motherboard. Pick another motherboard.
Yeah,
I know it's PC parts picker too. When you're building a PC with that, it's like that's not compatible, guy.
Right. Yeah, I guess I could get the.
Honestly, though, if you're saving $100 and you on the case and you want to upgrade that to the gaming motherboard,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
then go for it.
Yeah.
If you're saving the money and it's less to upgrade that to something else, like that'll let you have extra. It'll give you a different number of PCI slots where you can plug stuff into for like if you wanted a second graphics card potentially on certain motherboards, you can do that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think
this one has 3 instead of 2. So
right.
That's
and then some other ones will be different amounts or types of RAM you can put into them. Like the motherboard I have is a micro, but I can still fit 4 6 of RAM, all the stuff I need in that. But like when I upgraded my, that's the other thing too, is your processor, depending on the motherboard you have, might take a different processor. Because like for me to go from my i5 to the i7, I had to get a new motherboard.
Oh.
So it was either I got a new motherboard and got the i7, or got a different motherboard and went into the i9 because they had different slots
Oh,
for the processors.
gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, the audio board doesn't really bug me at all.
I didn't even know people use sound cards anymore.
Yeah. There's this is just the integrated motherboard audio. You could get individual ones if you wanted to.
I mean, I didn't really even realize they still made sound cards most of the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I have used one in a while.
Yeah.
What does it have for a cooling system?
Yeah. So, cooling system. The stage 2 is the one that they recommend. Digital Storm Vortex liquid CPU cooler, fully sealed, no maintenance, dual fan.
I mean, if you want to go with
Mhm.
fans, you can. If you want to go with liquid cooled, go for it. Liquid cooled looks really cool.
Mhm.
DC said he's not familiar with them. I'm not familiar with them. I don't know if James is familiar with them at all.
I know nothing about computers.
Mashed potatoes and gravy doesn't either.
Mhm.
So it's fine.
Intel's.
Liquid cool is really cool.
Yeah.
I know next to nothing about it though.
Well, that's just selling me on it right now.
So again, they should be almost silent. It should keep your temperature really consistently cooled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're ever gonna have to flush out the liquid cooling system.
I mean, this one says fully sealed, no maintenance, so I'm going to
Oh,
assume.
well
that
then,
means-
yeah, do that.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And they actually suggest the stage 2 for the processor that I'm asking for. So,
Yeah, that's the thing. Otherwise, they'll probably require your processor to have an extra cooler on it.
mm,
Like mine's got a big ass heat sink and fan on the processor,
yeah.
which you can do, but liquid cooling A looks really cool, and B will keep it cooler consistently without having to use a fan.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at those options.
I know.
You can get two
Yeah. That's if you have
cable
the
management.
yeah, if you have the Hydrolux liquid cooling system, you can do some tubing style and fluid color.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there's cable airflow control. Oh, okay. Thermal management control board and software. My goodness. This is no clue. Drawing a complete blank.
Yeah, if it's not required, don't spend the money.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cable management. Ooh, exotic cable management.
I'm still waiting for the stream to catch up to see it.
Sure.
Sounds exotic.
You can see all of the colors.
I mean, if you were going for something flashy,
Yeah.
you'd want that.
Yeah. But realistically, not necessary.
That's like if you're gonna be streaming on camera and you want your PC in the stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at my computer, everyone.
Look at my computer. Also,
Like, as it said,
yeah,
mine's underneath my desk.
mhm,
I don't even see it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that as I'm looking as chassis fans and the fun color ones, the RGB fans and everything, that would also be very showy for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On air.
And if you're liquid cool, I don't even know why that's a issue.
I don't know. I guess
I don't know.
I don't know. But
Were you gonna go with liquid cooled or were you gonna go with fans?
I was gonna go with the liquid cool. I think they suggest the liquid cool system for the processor that it yeah. So
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be interesting. I want to see that when you get it.
yeah, and also it's gonna be quieter. I'd like it to be quiet.
I mean, my computer is super quiet with the 200 millimeter fan in it, which is giant. But liquid cooling doesn't even care.
Yes. Oh yeah, they'll also overclock the video cards as much as possible with complete stability as a promotional upgrade for free too.
There you go.
There we go.
If it's free, go for it.
Oh yeah.
It's free. I'm gonna take
Everything for
I'm
free.
taking all the free stuff. CPU
Maybe
boost,
maybe I should
yes.
build a new computer.
Graphics
I have
boost.
the money to build a new computer.
Yes. I know. The nice thing is that they actually do have techs, and they will actually build this and they will test it to make sure that it is stable before they send it to you. So
Nice.
yeah, so that's always good. But Yeah. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably play Cyberpunk 2077 pretty easily on.
I
on this
mean,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
won't be
stream
a
for those.
problem.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. I'd actually like to.
Now, if you want to play it 5 times in 3 different monitors and just have
Yes.
the windows all bunched up, if that's the dream, then you might have a problem. But
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're doing that, though, you need to ask some real questions about your playing habits and how many versions of Cyberpunk you need to have up at the same time.
17.
You need to have 17. Because you're going to be Mitten Squad, and you're going to have a challenge where you have to play.
Yeah. All of them.
5
same
times,
time.
same times. My name is Paul.
I mean, you shouldn't have any issues doing that because, like, I've got 3 screens hooked up to my graphics card currently.
Mm-hmm.
And my computer is like, okay, that's fine.
It's no problem. No big.
Yeah, I have a 3 monitor system as well. So.
Oh, very nice.
Is yours 2 and then 1 above it, or is it like surrounding you?
It surrounds me pretty much. I got it from a friend who gave me a good deal and was like, "Yeah, I'm not using these anymore, so these need to go out." I'm like, "Okay, I'll take it."
Yeah, I've got 3 different size screens in front of me. I think I shared a picture in the Discord too of that. Must say the new not new, but the new to me Vizio TV up above there is great for watching stuff from bed.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't look at that when I'm in front of my computer.
Fair enough. I'm actually going back because I think that you did share the oh no, not turkey dinner. I got scared for a second. Oh, maybe it's not on this one.
Ooh, turkey.
Oh yes, turkey. One day I'm gonna get that and try it on air, and just see if they're
I
any
believe
good.
it's in multimedia, Nathan.
Oh, it's in multimedia.
It's in multimedia.
1 second. I will. Oh yeah. Let me look. There we go. Alex's 3-screen setup. So you have the smaller monitor, the main monitor, and then the big one up above.
Yep.
That's neat.
Yeah, I think the one in front of me is a 32-inch TV.
Got it.
And the one on the side is like 24.
Mm-hmm.
And the one above, I think, is 40 to 46.
Okay.
42, maybe?
Which is the one that you're typically actually looking at when you're playing?
One straight on the desk in front of me.
Straight on the desk in front of you. Okay.
Yeah. Because that's the one if I'm like gaming or anything, I'm just like right here, and it's right in front of me.
Right.
The one above me is for watching things like that's from almost my bed, because it was kind of a pain in the ass to watch this one screen in front of me on my desk from my bed that sits on the floor.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad, but it was just like the angle wasn't right, and so I was like, all right, well, if I get another one, I'll wall mount it like I have done to do that, and it's really nice to watch things on. And if I really wanted to, I could use this controller I've got for certain games, and I could probably drag it back to my further and then play games on the big TV.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I had a wireless controller, I could do that too.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Upgrades, lifetime upgrades for components purchased directly from Digital Storm. These are just things that you can get. Assembly, hand-built by skilled technicians with premium-grade components. They do stress testing and benchmarking to ensure stability.
Quality control.
Yep. Analyzed extremely dedicated production manager. And they put it in foam. Well, I'm hoping they'll put it in foam.
No, they're gonna send it to you unpackaged.
And they give you a certificate of ownership. Congratulations,
Oh,
you now own
so you own it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought the bill
thought
of
I was
sale
renting. Sorry.
Hey, I'm sure there's actually services to do that.
Oh yes, I'm sure. But
And look at that; it's only $75.98 a month. That costs less than my internet costs.
there you go.
But it's also going to be, how many months is that? Is that like 2 years?
Oh yeah, that would be over 2 years. I would probably not do a payment plan. I would probably just try to pay that.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, yeah.
This is why I've when I built my computer, I built it and then I've just upgraded it yearly because it costs less overall. Well, not overall. It costs less over time.
Right, you don't
For
have
me.
the whole.
Like when I upgraded the motherboard and processor,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I told Tyler because he was helping me with it. I'm like, all right, so I've got like $500 I'm willing to spend on this right now.
Yeah.
So if we can find a motherboard and processor that costs about $500 comboed, I'll do it. And he's like, how about these? It's exactly 500. Then we needed the cooler. So it was a
Yeah.
little more than 5, but it was like, all right, that's not bad. I have the money. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Then the year before, I did the graphics card. The year before that, I did my RAM. And I've done my. So I've upgraded my motherboard, processor, graphics cards, RAM, and then hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
So most of this PC has been upgraded since I got it.
Yeah, fair enough. I was just looking to see if they actually had DDR5 RAM as an option. They don't. It's just DDR4s.
Yeah, I mean it's out. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
I don't think, as DC was saying, I don't think anything that's really out there right now takes advantage of that currently.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing with like the brand new graphics cards too. It's
Mhm.
like, yeah, it's a brand new graphics card that's great, but it's like nothing that's out there currently is going to take any advantage of that for like a year.
Right. And I'm not quite sure if they have more slots for expanded memory. Oh, I think it did say that it was like 2 or 3 different slots for expanded memory. but
Yeah,
it'd be-
I feel like most motherboards these days have at least 4 slots.
yeah. I'm realizing
Yeah.
it'd probably be way more cost effective if I get the 32, and then if I needed to have more, I could just pop a second
Yeah.
set or something.
You just with the RAM, you just want to get matching sets typically.
Oh, I get you. So if I get a 32 gigabyte, I'd just want to get another pair of 32 gigabyte.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, you want this pairs.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if they're not the exact same pair, you still want, like, you don't want to match an 8 and a 16.
Yeah. Ooh,
Like
babe.
I've got the RAM they're 2 slightly different ones, but they're both the same DDR4 16 gig
right.
or 8 gig, 8 gig.
Mhm,
Yeah. So
mhm.
the RAM I've got are slightly different. Like one of them's newer than the other one, and I guess there's something about them specifically with the number of modules and whatever on them. I don't know. There's
Mhm.
something to do with them, thread count or whatever it is. There's something very slightly different, and it notes a different speed.
Yeah.
But like, because when Tyler was looking at it, he's like, "Oh, these are different RAM." I'm like, "I thought they were the same." He's like, "No, they're very slightly different." And he's like, "This." He's like, "So these ones are better, but they're still fine in sequence, and it works."
Mhm.
I was like, "All right, that's fine."
Yeah. Ooh, baby. I'm just looking at what the price tag on a 128 gigabyte Corsair Dominator is.
Can I tell you what you don't need?
That.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly.
You know what that's for, Nathan? That's for if you're running a server.
Yeah. Yeah.
128 gigabyte DDR4. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is that just one stick too? That's probably one stick.
Mhm.
That's probably dual
It's-
64s.
It's the dual 64s, I'm sure.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's like what Tyler has at home because he has a server that he runs at home. That's probably got like
Ooh, fun.
120 gigs of RAM.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah. No, I
That's what you need that for.
no, I mostly wanted to go with 32 because I know how annoying my 8 is, and I wanted to do 4 times that so that I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
32, you shouldn't have any issues running anything for a while.
Good.
The only time you're ever gonna have anything bogged down at all on you with that much RAM is if it is like your video processing.
Got it.
Which I don't know if that pulls from the graphics card, the RAM, or the CPU. Honestly, I feel like that'll pull more from your graphics card.
Okay.
Like, Inquisitor Martyr, that game,
Yeah.
that pulls from CPU. It's
Oh.
poor. It's so poorly optimized.
Yeah.
It's like you're running at 80% CPU performance right now. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, game, thanks.
Yeah, when I was playing Martyr, the thing I kept thinking about is this doesn't seem like it should have this long a load time.
No,
yeah.
it's very processor heavy, even though it's also
Doesn't
got
seem
the
like it
graphics
should.
aren't even that good. But like, I'm friends with one of the devs in the different Discord channel there, and he's like, yeah, the game has like 80 million triangles in it for like poly stuff, poly count.
Okay.
And
Ooh.
we're sitting there going, why?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he's like 9 out of 10 people on the team are graphic designers.
Got
I'm
it.
like, all right, well, you don't need 80 million triangles in your game. That's excessive.
Yeah. I just kept thinking to myself, why does it take longer to load up one of these areas in Martyr than it does to load up an area in Borderlands 3?
It's super processor heavy.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
my graphics card is like, this game is fine, and my processor's like, "Mm."
Yeah. And then when
And
I like
that's even with the 70 the i7.
Mm-hmm.
Like it went faster than with the i5, but it's still like, yeah, this is gonna take a minute, guy. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, fair enough. That was like when I was playing Wasteland 3, and I was like, this doesn't seem like it should really take. But then I started to realize that they had just released it when I played it day of the release, and even they were like, oh yeah, this is not optimized as well as it should be. And they've since gone back, they've patched it so that they've been able to lower load times, which is great. I haven't gotten back to playing it since they did that, but they were like, yeah, there's probably some stability issues, and also, yeah, it's not the frame rate and the load screens are way too heavy for this. We're going to try to optimize that.
As Mashed Potatoes and Gravy said, triangles are the most stable shape, so add more. Games become more stable, right?
Yeah, that's how it works.
100%.
This is how
we're
that
gonna
works.
We're gonna add more triangles in our tabletop games now too.
Yep, we're
Yes.
gonna do that.
So James, your game,
All triangles.
200% more triangles.
No,
Please.
All triangles.
no,
All triangles.
don't do this to me, guys.
Your entire system is just D4s.
Yes,
It's D4s all the way.
D4 systems are terrible.
Yeah, it's just D4s. It's the most stable system.
Yeah, I mean, it's also the most painful to walk on.
I bring my D4s every time I go on an Indiana Jones adventure.
Yep,
Just to throw them down as cantrip. As caltrops.
Cantrips?
Caltrops.
No, we can use cantrips.
I can use cantrips with my
Cantrips are
caltrops.
good too. Eldritch Blast.
Yep, caltrops. Caltrop, cantrip.
Look at that. We've helped Nathan figure out a computer.
We accomplished a goal.
We did something.
We actually
Wow.
accomplished
That's the
a
first for
goal.
Delve.
Yes. And I know a lot of people are,
Are you
like,
gonna-
well, you're not going to buy. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm going to. I got to
Nathan, are you
get
gonna-
something that it's going to. Yes.
Are you gonna get the laser etching though?
What the hell would I get laser etching of?
Titanium Games or DelveCast or Nathan.
Cygamium?
Titanium. Yeah.
No, Cygamium.
Cygamium. Why is that not your brand?
I don't know.
It does seem pretty on brand.
Yeah, it sure
We'll
does.
do.
Oh yeah, they have. You could just. Oh geez, you
There
could
you go.
just.
Cygamium
Yeah.
by Nathan.
They just. You could
I
just.
love it.
You could just get
Pretty.
an external USB drive through them for $30. That's an 8x multi drive.
Nice.
It's not bad actually. An 8x, and then if you wanted to, but for 139, I might have to do that later. I kind of
The
like to have
Blu-ray?
one so I can burn. Yeah, well, also so that I can burn discs.
Who burns discs? Just use USB drives.
Well, but if I'm making videos that I need to put into somebody else's DVD or something.
USB drives. Nathan, DVDs only hold up to like 7 gigabytes.
True.
Is that how much? I don't know how much DVDs do.
No,
Like-
4.
Is it 4? Thank you. 4 gigabytes. USB drives.
You can
the
get
ones
them
I
in
usually buy are
USB.
like 32 gigs each.
Yeah, 32 gigs. Right. That's true. Most televisions actually come with the USB drives now anyway, so that you can just plug stuff in.
Yeah.
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 And you
Yeah,
wouldn't even
there you
need to
go.
have the CD drive.
Yeah, you just need
Fair
to
enough.
format the file properly into an MP4.
Yeah, your
Right.
standard DVD is 4.7 gig. I used to be a video tech.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
right. Videotech. You know, between everyone here, we could totally do something.
Don't know what.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what either.
I don't know.
Clearly,
Something fun.
Nathan can make the videos. DC can make them better because Videotech.
It's true.
Mashed potatoes and gravy, since I've been told I have to use the whole name, the whole Christian name. Can do all the graphic design.
More like the crispy
James
name.
can do whatever James wants to do. Baking.
James
I
can
can
do
just-
whatever he wants.
I can just tell everyone
I
what they need to
appreciate that. I appreciate that I can just do whatever I want to do.
James, just do your thing. And we'll just Everybody gets a role. James, just keep being you. It's all
You
good.
got it, boss.
Okay. All right.
and I'll just sit here and look pretty.
Okay, Alex failed at his job, but the rest of
Yeah,
us are
yeah, dude.
doing
Damn.
the rest of us are doing fine.
No, James and I are the game designers. DC can
True.
be he can be the dungeon master because we don't trust Nathan to do it.
Also true. Also true. Oh, I can get a second storage. That's fun. You just get another 2 terabyte storage drive.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. For the money. Man, I don't know.
All right, I will
I
be
probably-
right back. I need more water.
I will likely not use it. But
So if you're done showing us options, take it off your screen on the
Mhm.
stream and hit that buy button.
yes. That's going to be the next thing. I got to move some stuff around. Move it over to my other thing so that it won't show up accidentally when I was looking at stuff. So now it shouldn't have that problem. But yeah. I figure if I'm
So
actually going to do
we
streaming,
we
yeah.
accomplished what you had on the docket today. What's left?
I don't think that was the only thing that I had on the docket, was it? Was it? No. No, it couldn't have
Frank.
been.
What'd you do?
I was bound to talk about something gaming related.
Were you?
I don't know. I feel like I
Um,
should.
I mean, we can talk about whatever. This is our show. We do what we want.
Oh, right. I was going to I was going to tell you about a game I played.
Oh,
It's a thing I was going to do.
sure.
I was going to tell you about a game. Well, on the last episode, remember I had mentioned that I would tell you about a game that I was playing, but I hadn't. I was going to try finishing it before I told you more about.
No, I don't remember.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Anywho, I did a Titanium mine on it that will be out later in the month,
Ether.
and I did a video that's up on our YouTube channel. If you want spoilers. Or if you just want to look at it. But I played a game called Spiritfarer.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. That looked fun.
That looks good.
Yeah, if you like to be an emotional wreck during your games, you're gonna have a ball. Yeah.
That's all I ever like to be.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful and it sounds great. But yeah, the devs actually refer to it as a cozy game about death. So it's
I don't even think that's a thing.
yeah, it is now.
Cozy.
It's what they mean is it's a cozy management game. So there's no life total. You can't die in this thing. You know, it's just you can plant stuff on your boat. You can have like fields and foundries and stuff that you build on your boat and everything.
There you
Huh.
But you don't. There's actually nothing kills you in this because you're kind of dead already. Like it's kind of established up at the front. but the storyline is basically you're Stella, and she has a pet
I'm
named
getting my
Daffodil.
groove back.
Yes, exactly. You are definitely getting your groove back, because what happens at the very beginning is Sharon, who's the ferryman to the underworld,
Yes, also a moon of Pluto.
that too. Basically Sharon's like, hey, peace y'all, I'm out. My time's come. I gotta go. And Stella, you get to do my job now. And so I'm going to head on through this thing called the Everdoor, pass on to the afterlife. Now your job is to ferry spirits onto the afterlife too, so you have fun. Go find yourself a boat and start picking up spirits. And so the rest of the game is picking up these spirits that are taking animal form, and what I did not know at the time until I started researching it is the spirits are actual people that Stella knew while she was alive during her travels abroad, her time as an end care nurse, like her uncle, different people like that. And she has to help them out to the point where she can help them pass on to the afterlife. And if that doesn't sound sad enough, wait till you actually have to go through those scenes where you're having the last conversations with them before they pass on to the afterlife. Oh boy, that's a hard one. And then the ending of the game is pretty amazing too, which I won't give away. But I was just so enthralled with it that I wanted to mention it.
It sounds really good. Really sad, but really good.
It is. If it's not necessarily something you were looking to play, but you wanted to get an idea of what happens, what I had put up on the channel is I mesh together the actual Everdoor scenes with all the different characters you meet all the way through to the end, so you can kind of see what happens with them. But it's very spoiler heavy because you basically see what happens to every single character. But as kind of a little thing. And then I've moved on from that to play, what is it called? I'd have to look it up. It's a game about painting.
Oh.
It's actually a game about painting. East. I'd have to look it up now. It's one of those things. It's yet another game that is you can't actually die in.
Oh, just like games that you can't fail.
I love those games. But it's, oh man, what's it gonna be called? It's called East something. And
East Shade?
oh, there we go. Yes, East Shade. That's what I'm playing.
I've seen this before.
Yes.
I've seen someone ruin this game before.
Oh, really? I can imagine.
It was Josh on Let's Game It Out did East Shade a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
Before he got into ruining games completely.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It does have a few instability issues, I've noticed that. But when it's working correctly and the graphics are good, it's great. I think of it a little bit so far, like it's kind of like Skyrim, but if there was no fighting, you just painted stuff.
It's Skyrim but boring.
It's Skyrim, but if Bob Ross made it.
Oh dear.
It's Bob Ross Skyrim. But it's kind of fun. it's very nice. It's a very nice game.
Oh, there you go.
I will never go back to games where I can actually die again.
Okay then. Well, I mean, if you must not die.
I must not ever. So yeah, I finally got a chance to play East Shade. But now I got my easel out and I'm painting all the happy little trees in the world. So I'm having a fun time with that.
Oh good.
But I don't know. What were you playing, Alex?
When?
yesterday around 3 in the afternoon. Just randomly.
I was sleeping.
You were playing sleeping.
I was sleeping.
Sorry.
I've been playing Craftopia,
That's a thing.
which is an interesting, fun game.
Okay.
I've been playing that with Crave a bit. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like if Breath of the Wild was like a crafting game,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
It's interesting. It's fun. You can build stuff. You can go on different islands and do a lot of different stuff. So it's got combat and crafting both, and
Mhm.
farming, and all sorts of stuff. And like it's got a lot of weird elements in it that are all kind of interesting because it's like you can also dungeon crawl
Yeah.
and you can like make helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
Crave really likes the helicopters.
Well, yeah.
That is one game I've been playing. The other game I've been playing is God Eater 3,
Oh.
Yeah.
which is really fun to me. It's very much Monster Hunter World, but more narrative, but
Mhm.
also way more anime.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with JRPGs, it's way more anime,
Mm.
but the narration is a lot stronger than like Monster Hunter World, so it's not just kind of like, oh yay, kill monsters and have a vague storyline. It's like, no, here's an actual storyline and reasons you're doing the things.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, there is storyline in Monster Hunter World. It's not very strong.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence about Monster Hunter World myself, but I know people like it, so I'm not gonna. But the only like anime kind of RPG that I was looking to eventually play, if I have a platform where I can do it, is like the Persona series, because that always looked so interesting to me. Like Persona 4. Those just always look good. And then there was also the one that I really have to get around to playing at some point, which is, well, layman gaming always called it Breath of the Waifu, but Genshin Impact.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. How about no?
How about no?
Yeah, I played Genshin Impact for 3 days, maybe,
Yeah.
on stream, and yeah, I tried going back to it, and then something in the game just annoyed me, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, I've got a couple coworkers who are playing it, and I'm just like, why are you guys playing mobile games?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of parts that are neat, and then there's a lot of fiddly bits, and then there's one character that just drives me up a wall, and I can't.
Why is there always the one character? It always feels like there's the one character that just screws the whole thing up.
Usually that's you, Nathan.
This is true. There's always bound to be one really annoying character, and on this show, it is me. I'm surprised. But okay, so maybe I don't have to play that. That at least saves me. Or turn the sound down, maybe.
I tend to not play many free-to-play games ever.
Oh,
And doubly so, I don't play mobile games, so it had no appeal to me.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going along, well, what's here is fun and interesting, and then one character has a certain type of anime voice that I find displeasing, and so I couldn't anymore. But it has a lot of great mechanics, and in my mind, because it's I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Gacha, Gacha
Yeah.
game, has a lot of fiddly mechanics I don't care for, but some of it's pretty neat. I do like their interaction with the elements and elemental attacks you can do. That's fun, and you can go anywhere type of thing, and that's cool. But I just got to a point where you have this little fairy companion person, not even a fairy, maybe extra dimensional being person that has certain style anime voice that I have difficulties with.
is
And
it
that's on
English or
me.
Japanese?
English. I haven't heard the Japanese. Ooh, maybe I could switch languages.
Oh no. Don't do it. Now you're gonna go play it again.
And then I just read the subtitles and
There you
hear the
go.
Japanese voice, and maybe that's better for me.
I mean, that would be even worse for me. To be honest, I don't really like Japanese voice acting a whole lot.
Mm,
I have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
It's because of the way Eastern versus Western inflections when they do voices is so different. So like if I watch anime, I can't watch it with subtitles and Japanese voiceover because just the voices are so weird in the way they do things. Because like I think in that style, it's like the higher pitched one is like supposed to be more heroic or whatever. So your male characters have these higher pitched voices, which is really off putting to me.
mm,
I don't know. It's weird. It's a disconnect for me.
right.
Usually I don't mind it at all. And a lot of times it's like, well, what sounds better to me? The the whole dub or sub thing, and I don't prefer one or the other. It's just like, what voice do I like better? And then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch that one.
Yeah.
Typically, I like the English more just because it's easier for me. Doubly so if I'm watching something action oriented. So it's like, all right, well, either I can read the subtitles and miss what's going on in the background here, or I can watch it and listen to it.
Yeah.
Although I will say, One Punch Man, if any of you have watched that
Mm-hmm.
or not watched that, the English dubs are fantastic because the main character's voice is perfect for the main character in English.
Oh yeah. I just realized something that I wanted to share with everybody. If
Is it toast?
it is not toast. But no, it was. I happen across stuff when I'm like looking at stuff on YouTube. You know how you kind of like get down a strange YouTube hole and all of a sudden you come across something and you're like, oh my god, that's amazing. I didn't know that existed.
Sure.
So I found a thing called translator fails,
Oh dear.
and it's amazing. And this is actually the most recent video. The Google Translate sings what she does is she basically like takes a song and then she translates it into other languages through Google Translate and then translates it back to English. And then they like
okay.
make music videos with the translated.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've seen something to do with the translator thing before. If you translate things back and forth a couple times, it gets really fucky.
Yeah, that one is the one that they just did. That's kind of hilarious though. Where she ended up rickrolling herself in the thing. But yeah, it's pretty great. That had me laughing so much yesterday. I was like, that's great. I saw that one, and then the other one I think I saw was Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. And the thing that just got me so much is the way they translate the "I'm in love with the shape of you" part is just "I like shapes." and so the whole part of the music video is all of a sudden she just kind of goes, "I like shapes," and you see all about just like a bunch of triangles behind her. On that part, it's just kind of, or oh god, and the other part, which is during that whole slow clapping part of the thing, it translates into gradually watermelon. So she's like, gradually watermelon, gradually, and just bringing the watermelon up in front of her. It's the craziest thing ever. I love it. Yes, a bunch of triangles. They're the most stable shape. Crave. Just a bunch of shape. I like shapes.
I mean, they buried pharaohs in pyramids, not obelisks. So
This is true. This is true.
That's a
Yeah, like earthen mounds and ziggurats and everything. Yeah, they made them in triangles. They did
they
triangles.
knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that's why they lasted for so long.
Yeah.
You try
the
to make a
strongest.
structure that's going to be around in 2,000 years. Yeah, go ahead, try.
Okay.
Make sure it's a pyramid.
How do you build rocks?
Um, magic. And also with Jack Black, because he wants to rock.
That's a school of rock, not how to make rocks.
Well, you go to the School of Rock to figure out how to make them.
Oh, okay.
That's how it works.
Okay.
Of course, I think it was an episode. James probably knows this because I think he's probably listened to the episodes more carefully than I ever did. But I was talking to somebody who had done historical RPGs, and he was talking about Cahokia because that's actually a native city where they had earthen mounds that were very similar to pyramids. And I was like, isn't it interesting, like, how you see those in different cultures and that they're able to last for so long? And he's like, well, if you think about it, a pyramid is the most stable structure you could ever make. So it's very hard for it to collapse or, be destroyed or tip over or anything. So, yeah, they last forever. You just build blocks or, stone or earthen, bricks, one on top of another in a slightly descending pattern, and you'd be surprised it just lasts a really long time. They see everything.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, cool. They're going to give me a limited time bonus discount on my thing.
Nice.
Sweet.
Bonus discount.
Yeah.
Discounts are the best.
Discounts are the best. That's cool. Saves me a little money. Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Actually,
Now, if you refer a friend, you save even more, right?
I'll have to find out. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how that works. Street address. Anyway.
Nathan's just gonna put his billing information on screen for us.
No, I have it on a different thing.
Oh, damn.
Sorry.
Unfortunate.
I know that you were really looking forward to that. Ooh, free ground shipping? Sweet.
For how much you're spending? Yeah. Free shipping.
Yeah, I'm gonna take free ground. I don't need it right away. It's fine. Are they gonna do?
You don't need it hand delivered via helicopter? What's wrong with you?
I mean, I'd love to have it hand delivered by helicopter, or one of those drones. Love to have it delivered by a drone. It'd be amazing. No, it's fine. I'll just accept that. I'll just accept that I won't have my computer delivered by drone.
Damn. So how much extra for drone shipping?
Yeah.
And then keeping the drone.
Oh, if it's free ground, they do probably want to send it to my street address, not my P.O. box. That's fine.
Probably.
That's okay. They can do that.
They can't shove a computer into your P.O. box, probably.
Well, they can try, but you're not going to get the results.
They can try. They will not succeed.
You don't know that.
Well, try.
Mm-hmm. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Continue. Do things. While I blow my entire bank account here, feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, we're allowed to talk without you? Damn.
I'm sorry.
All right then.
I all I really know is that you're not playing Genshin Impact, so.
I am not.
Oh well.
I've been playing Control lately.
Oh, is that
how
good?
Your grasp on Control?
Yeah, Control's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So far, anyway. You get, once you get the psychic powers, yeah.
Yeah. I've played.
I'm just like, I'm throwing this thing that I picked up randomly at your body. Take it.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's stone. Great, yay. It's a dolly. Great, yay. They did really good at making dollies though, and
oh yeah.
Their wooden skids aren't the best they've seen, but there are some.
Nice.
I've also done warehouse work too. So.
Nice. I played Quantic Dreams like other games, and I was kind of like, all right. I tried Alan Wake for a little bit, and I was like, no. Um, but I had like when they did I think it was Quantum Break. I played that for a fair amount of time. I was like, it's kind of neat. But Control really looked like their magnum opus. Like they really took all the
Yeah,
stops for
I
that.
ran into a couple puzzles that were a little obtuse. I'm like, wait, what do I do here? And it took me a minute to go, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
You throw dollies at it?
but no, had to figure out where to lead something and that it could be led, and but they introduce a particular enemy in an area, and you're supposed to walk up to it. And one of the things you can do at certain things is to cleanse the area because there's all this weird psychic energy going on. So the first time you run into this thing, you kind of hit it to open up and see the core, and you go up to it and you like cleanse it. But that's not how you deal with it the second time you run into it. And so I was very confused.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The second time you run into it, you got to lead it into a thing and trap it in a box, and it's not exactly clear that what needs to happen. So you just
Yeah. Yeah. Get back in the box. Damn it. Yeah, I have found that with a few games where it's like I'm going along and I understand like the mechanics, and then all of a sudden I get to a part where I'm like, I have no earthly idea what you want me to do now, and you're not really giving me a great. What was the one I had just played? Superland. Superland's really neat, and they give you a lot of neat like physics-based mechanics and stuff to play in the adventure and everything. But there is a point where they start giving you so many, and they don't really tell you how to utilize them a lot, where you kind of have to just do trial and error to go like, oh, that's why I have this thing. I didn't even think about that. Oh, I can use my magnetic powers to move a ball along the floor in order to get it to my destination. No one really explained that to me, but okay, I'll use it that way. Or they started to what was the part where they lost me? Yeah, now you can use this cannon and you can shoot a line from here to here, and then you could walk across it, or also you could pull yourself across from this side if you just shoot the one, but also you can cancel it and then you can shoot it again and you can move. I'm like, oh wow. Yeah, that's way too much information to give me right now. that's like you just gave me a thing that's supposed to do like 5 separate features, and I have to figure out how to get up this tower with those all of a sudden. Just tell me where I can shoot this. That's all. What's my hook point? I can't figure out where that is. I see none of those. And then I went down a little step, and I couldn't get back up. And I was like, damn it, they're gonna make me go through this whole section again now. Because I can't get back up to the place I was at. I had nothing to hook on to. It's like I thought the whole point was that I could navigate this faster. Darn.
One thing I do have to give Control props for, again, going back to being a video tech, is that they do a really good job with replicating what an industrial presentation on film looks like.
Oh yeah.
Even better than some movies I've watched.
Really?
Where they go, yeah, this was shot on 16 or 8mm. I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Just because of the grain and stuff, and it's one of those things I really have to get past in my own life. But yeah, when films say, oh, we shot this on such and such, or they're operating a projector, I'm always looking, trying to tell if they actually did or not. And yeah, Control does a really good job of writing that stuff.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Do I want to say it? Yeah, I played a few games where they had like puzzle games where they did just good progression. What was the one that I played where I was like, oh, they did a good job implementing? It was The Witness, which is completely a puzzle game, but it made the smart decision of having like one basic mechanic, and then it just builds off of that one basic mechanic over and over and over again, where where it starts out like here. You go up to this little puzzle thing, and you have to draw a line from the start point to the end point. It's like, okay, I get this. And then in the next section, it's like, okay, you have to draw it from the start point to the end point on these boards, but you have to go through the little black dots, and you have to avoid the white dots. Oh, okay, now I get that. Okay, now it's mirrored. And so as you're moving this one this way, another one's moving in the opposite direction, and you have to get both of them to the same to the end point at the same time. And so they start just implementing it in different methods through each section of the game. And I was like, okay, this is good because you basically told me how to use the one mechanic, and now I have to use it in new and creative ways throughout the rest of the game. I was like, that was good. Reminded me kind of a Portal.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really like Portal for that reason. You had kind of your mechanic, and sometimes it took me a bit, but eventually I figured out where some games your puzzle is just too obtuse to figure out. It's like, oh, you wanted me to do this. Well, where do you present me with this information? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, puzzles are so fun. Puzzle games are really fun. Really, Portal and Portal 2 are both fantastic.
I'm a big fan of puzzle games like Professor Layton, where the puzzles aren't necessarily connected, but they're part of an overlying plot.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like you get a couple of different types of puzzles in a single sitting, and you never feel like you're burnt out by one type. I've always liked those. Plus, they're much more visual, which I think works better for just my playstyle.
Yeah. Ones I have to play, because they just got remastered and they're actually on Game Pass, is a lot of the old LucasArts ones, so like Grim Fandango.
Ooh,
and
that game is good.
And Day of the Tentacle got remastered as well.
Ooh.
I did not get to play them the first time around. That and what was the one where you're on the bike? I can't remember that one.
Oh, Full Throttle.
Full Throttle. Yeah, they did remastered versions of all three of those. And so I do have to get around to playing those. I don't mind those kinds of like adventure games. Sometimes those are kind of obtuse. Like when I played Monkey Island, and I'm like, I got no idea. Like, what do you want me to do? Okay, I got a hairbrush and a paperclip and a coconut. Okay, where am I going with this? Just, I need to wear the hairbrush on top of my head so this pirate thinks that I'm like a hairbrush aficionado. It's just that's the part where I was like, all right, this is a little too much, but yeah, not really so much puzzle as it is a silly puzzle. But I did identify with Guybrush Threepwood very heavily because I also have an undead pirate that is constantly harassing me, and his name is Alex.
What?
What?
Not you.
Oh,
you're not the only Alex.
I could be.
Nope. It just happens to be that
we're a legion.
You just have another. I just have another Alex that happens to be an undead pirate that hangs around.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, it was you the whole time.
Yeah, I'm an undead pirate.
Oh, good. Yeah. This is a Freaky Friday situation, Alex.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Terrific. Oh, hey, everybody, I bought a computer.
Oh, good job.
Yay. There we go. So, hey, in a couple weeks, I'll actually have or probably closer to 3 weeks, but
cool.
I'll have
we'll make you play Myst. Finally.
Yeah. That would be
Speaking of puzzle games that I want Nathan to live stream.
Yes.
Get ready for 7th guest marathon.
Oh my god. Oh, I wonder if I could actually play Deus Ex.
Oh dear.
I don't know. It's one of those games that like I think it's too old to actually play on. I used to have an old copy of it, and I would use it to test what my new computers were capable of. It was a Mac, So
Mhm.
so I would be able to say, okay, I have the new iMac. Now I can see how much faster it is. Because you used to go through load screens on Deus Ex that would take you like 5 minutes before it would load
Wow.
in on my first one. And then by the time I got to my third one, like my third computer that I could run it on, it was like 30 seconds. But then when I got the computer after that, it was like, yeah, no, you're on Mac OS X now. This won't support it. Sorry. So I couldn't play my game anymore. And I was a
Nathan's
sad.
upgrade into a PC finally.
That's true. That's
Version
true.
complete.
Version complete. But I think that Steam probably has Deus Ex. I could probably play it. Probably. I bet they have a version that I could play. Oh.
I think I've seen it on sale recently. So
Oh.
Yeah, they have Invisible War, Mankind
Yep.
Divided.
Yep.
Game of the Year Edition, Human Revolution.
Human Revolution came before Mankind Divided. That was yeah, Mankind Divided was the fourth game. Those are all good. I like all of those. Invisible War had a different kind of inventory system that I didn't like, but besides that, yeah, all solid. But the first one,
There you go.
First one's like my favorite game of all time. So
Yes, I am aware of this.
I've probably mentioned that once or twice. So
50,000 times.
have I mentioned that like technically my favorite game of all time was Deus Ex, Alex? I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit, once or twice.
That's great.
Every week.
And
for the
now,
last 6 years.
and fascinatingly enough, even though I've played it many, many times, I still cannot explain what the storyline is. To this day, cannot.
I still don't know what's going on.
I still don't. Look, it has something to do with Area 51, the Knight Templar involved, the Illuminati's there. There's like secret government organizations in play. Augmented agents are everywhere. There's aliens. There's just
what?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a hyper intelligent computer AI that you can merge with. Yeah. These are all plot points in the storyline that leads you to like 3 different options of who you want to work with at the end. Or if you want to just blow everything up, which is also a valid option.
That's always a valid option.
Yeah. It pretty much
This game sounds complicated.
I mean, it's a complicated story. It sure is. But I mean, it's the game is super cool. I really like the game. It's one of those series where if you want to go in and just shoot things, you can. If you want to explore and try to find unique ways to get into areas and stuff, you can do that too. If you wanted to be completely stealthy and non-lethal, you always have that option too. You just have so many options as to how you can address every situation.
Those options are nice.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, you have you could try to talk your way out of a paper bag if you needed to.
out of a paper, like literally a paper bag?
Probably.
I think there are there paper bags in this that you can deal with? I don't know. Come to think of it.
But why are you trying to get out of it? What happened?
You'd have to ask JC. I'd have to ask JC Denton.
Oh dear.
Or his brother. Because I don't know how they did that.
Oh dear, Nathan's going into a tangent now.
Yep. Sure am. I had to start talking about JC Denton. That's not...
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably a bad idea. So anyway, I am curious about
No, you're not.
Thanks, Alex. I am curious about what people's plans for Thanksgiving actually are.
We were supposed to go to Omaha with our parents, but that's not happening right now.
Right.
for obvious reasons that I should hope probably don't need to explain now, but in the future, there's an illness going around.
Yes.
It's kind of like world shattering and world changing.
Yep.
In case you haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's global.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I'll just be home, and
Yeah.
have dinner with parents, and that's probably it.
Us too.
Yeah.
Quiet Thanksgiving.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah. I won't really have any guests that are coming over right now.
I'll have a new computer.
I'll have that. So I'll probably just do that for Thanksgiving. I'll computer for Thanksgiving. Maybe the whole thing I can do for Thanksgiving, I can just do a live stream of me eating those Turkey Day candy corns, and that'll be a good day. I mean, for me.
Oh,
Christ.
well, yes. Again.
Sounds like a fun Thanksgiving to me.
Oh yeah, it's great. I wonder if anybody's gonna do like that thing where you live stream an event and you just live stream the Macy's Day Parade and just do commentary instead of their.
We can do that.
I mean, Rift Tracks has a thing called Fun in Balloon Land, which is terrible and wonderful at the same time. And it's a parade that happened in Philadelphia to promote heavy balloons, or a company that makes big balloons, and it's fantastic. And if it's on their Twitch channel over Thanksgiving, you should definitely watch it.
Oh, all right then. That's strange.
I just love the idea that they have it to promote heavy balloons.
Yeah. I mean, balloons for parades and things, but yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And the lady who is your narrator is either on something, possibly drunk, possibly all 10 things at the same time. And what she goes on about is weird, and she tries to make everything rhyme, and it's awful and amazing, and it's this pool of wonderful awfulness. And yeah.
Jeez.
So Fun in Balloon Land on Rift Tracks, not paid endorsement.
No, not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Although, I mean, I'm sure if they were willing to sponsor me.
Oh yeah, if people want to sponsor stuff, they can feel free to. But I don't know how much the sponsor rates for the heavy balloon company is going to end up being. I imagine inflation is horrible.
Oh, that took a second.
Yeah.
Nathan, you're fired.
That was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. Oh man, now I feel deflated.
We need to pump you up. Wait.
Don't say that. Do not.
Did I mention Nathan's fired?
We might fire all of us.
Oh my goodness.
Scream dance.
That's pretty bad. Oh goodness. Oh, Alex, I had a fun video I'll share for you. This was also while I was going down that rabbit hole. I found I found this. She does a lot of video game music covers, and there was one I couldn't get out of my head. But then I also saw this one, and I was like, "Well, you'll probably appreciate it because it's she's Russian, and so they did the actual Soviet march from Red Alert 3."
Oh, nice.
And it's fun. It's a fun video, actually.
Even though it's called Hell March, but whatever. Good job, guys.
Maybe it translates to Soviet March in Russian. I don't know.
It's not written in Russian, Nathan.
Well, I don't know.
It's written by Frank Klepacki, who's done all the music for all the Red Alert games.
Frank Klepacki?
And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually really great as a musician. All the music from Command and Conquer games are him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just him.
Nice. Nice. But yeah, no, that was a good one. Yes, James.
I just said nice.
Oh, okay.
Like, sounds like a good. Sounds like a good writer then. If you can write that much music for one series.
Yeah, he's done a ton of music. It's a lot of like industrial stuff. I like that Nathan's in our email.
I don't know why it went there. 1 second. It has to.
Nathan.
Yes. I have to just
Oh, this
change
is a
the
different
thing.
song.
I have to change the thing. Stop showing bobbing for apples. There. That should. Oh, no. Why won't you do things? There. Much better.
Nathan's inept at things again. It's okay.
Apparently, I had 2 window capture things that were open at the same time.
Good job.
So, there. I wanted it to be on this
Good
thing.
job.
I didn't want both of the window capture thing. Okay, cool. So no plans for Thanksgiving. Yeah, no plans ever.
No plans.
I mean, I'm going to probably get the new Assassin's Creed game, and then more towards the end of the month, the Zelda game comes out.
Oh, Hyrule Warriors.
Oh,
Yeah.
that game looks so good. The new Hyrule Warriors. The first one was fantastic. I'm still playing it.
Is that made by the same people that make Dynasty Warriors?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think there's some crossover in the first game.
Yeah, because I was looking at that. I was like, oh, it looks like it's Koei or whatever the name is. But Dynasty Warriors has always been one of my favorite, like, game series, like hack and slash kind of game series. So I was like, oh, that'll be good.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I don't
it'll be great.
I don't know if I really got into Dynasty Warriors so much.
I like slaughtering hordes of people with one guy on a battlefield.
Well, then yeah, it's the game for you.
It's a really fun way to kill people, all the people.
Yeah. It definitely has that element going for it. So, but I don't know. I think I got bored. I tried playing 1 or 2 of them, and I'm like, yeah, pretty much just gonna be doing this for a while. Oh no, there's more people, and then I have to kill them too. Oh
Nathan sounds depressed.
I sound depressed now.
No, impressed.
Oh, I do. Ooh.
Sarcasm, Nathan.
I'm very impressed by how many you can, eliminate as quickly as possible. Yeah, Hyrule Warriors is neat. Although you don't really feel like, what's his name? Link should be that homicidal. Like in my head canon.
He's always been that homicidal. Have you not seen how he just walks into your house and smashes all your pots?
I mean,
How did you miss that?
yeah, I mean, I guess.
For real, Nathan.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I forgot about that whole thing. But that's not really homicidal unless you're homicidal toward pots.
I don't not.
I mean, they did look at me the wrong way. Like, those pots kept giving me the side eye. I can't have that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
As pots will.
As pots often will, thank you. Thank you. They often
That
do.
they do.
Sometimes when you open them up, there's a snake in them.
I don't know. I cook sometimes and my pot looks at me funny. I don't like that.
No.
Watch pot boils.
Yeah, well, a watching pot always does. Let me tell you.
A pot that watches you boils over in anger.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's an angry pot. This is also a good just PSA is, try to be friendly to your cookware. Because you never know when it's gonna try to shank you. That's, yeah.
If your pot is looking at you funny, you might have smoked too much of it, apparently.
You know?
I don't smoke pots, so. But thanks for the warning.
Pans, on the other hand,
Yeah.
totally smoking those. This sounds like the kind of Pixar movie that they refused to make. It's just they made Cars, they made Toy Story, but they will never make Pan Story.
No, I thought you were gonna say Pot Story.
Pot Story or Potpourri.
I think that's food.
I don't think potpourri is food.
Potasia. It's like
I don't know what it
Fantasia,
is.
but
Potato.
potato. Yeah, they're gonna make a movie and it's just called Potato. It's about pots.
Did you intentionally lead into the microphone and make that sound like it was something really disturbing?
Yes.
Or I appreciated it.
We're learning how to use sound as an element.
Sound design is important, friends.
Sound design. Is it? Sound design is sound design. Good thing to remember.
Great thing to remember. Sound design.
But hey, that's just a theory. A sound theory. That's going to be the fourth channel. I got MatPat on the line. That's going to be the fourth channel.
Yeah, okay.
It's great.
Sure you do. He's got time for that.
Yes.
He's got time for 2 others, or 3 others, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah.
You do well in your echo chamber, Nathan.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's the only place you do well.
Yeah. According to my echo chamber, I'm amazing. So.
I mean, I feel that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I just put it in so it's a feedback loop of the sound. Just reverberating constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as I did a very extensive amount of research while I was in the echo chamber, and I got positive feedback all around. So I think
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even get that.
I know. I know. I used to have a real 50-50 kind of thing going on, but now coming up roses all over the place. This is good though, because since none of us can actually have gatherings for the holidays, this is about the closest to a gathering that we're going to get. So that's fun. That's fun. When you do you typically have the Alex, I'll ask you, but when it comes to Thanksgiving, since you might not be going around with too many people, are you going to actually have a turkey?
What?
Are you going to have a turkey?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Don't think we're doing anything with the family, so I don't know.
I don't think so.
Might have the day off from work. I'm not really sure.
Oh
Even though I
yeah,
work
because the
overnights,
retail
I'm
thing.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
No idea. No clue.
Do you have to work on Black Friday? Probably.
I don't work Fridays,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
so
that would fix that problem.
Yeah. I always had to work that was like mandatory. You had to work Black Friday if you.
yeah. But you work days, not overnights. I work overnights.
Yeah, and I worked in retail too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was funny though, because I was back when I was in HR. I had this one part-timer, and she came to me and she was like, "So, I got a few scheduling problems." I'm like, "Okay." So I can't work on Black Friday, and I almost cracked up. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue, because they kind of expect everyone to. She's like, that's something you can do, right? And I'm like, well, that's one term I suppose you could use. I think you'd have to talk to a manager about that. Sorry, it's kind of like when you sign on, they kind of tell you it's gonna be a day. I don't know what to tell you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you're making a whole lot of demands right out of the gate here. Sorry, you got a job in retail during the holiday season and you don't want to work Black Friday. You don't. Okay, that's gonna be
I
a
see how
problem.
What's that, James?
I say I see how it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if I have to be here at 6 o'clock in the morning, why do you think you get special treatment? I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be anywhere.
I don't want to be anywhere around this store when Black Friday comes. Are you kidding me? I'd like to have the whole day off. But the reason I was asking about Black Friday earlier, though, is that the last year I was actually there, which would have been like 2-3 years ago now. Black Friday was like such a nothing day. It was like everyone was like, "All right, doorbusters, we're opening the door." Like we opened the door at 6 o'clock, but like open the door, we got deal buster, and we opened the door, and there's just no one there. Like,
well, to be fair,
yeah,
they were at the places that you don't work at.
This is true. This is likely true. But it was just the weirdest thing. Like, 6 o'clock rolled around, and we opened the doors. Everybody poured. There's like I think 2 people. They come in the store, and we have all the cashiers lined. Like we have 5 cashiers up at the front ready, and a couple people come in. And I go outside and I look around the parking lot, and there's just no one there. There's just no one there.
Yeah, they were all across the street.
They were probably all across the street. Well, I figured that if everybody else is doing like midnight starts and things, by 6 o'clock, people are probably, done with those and they'd be coming over to us. I think that was the logic, but
I think they're all spent out by then.
Probably. Yeah. And so like I went back in, I was like, okay then. And so I'm sitting in the back room, and it's just me and a couple of the managers. We're just kind of like going, okay, I don't know what to do now. Like we spent like the whole night with the stalkers getting stuff out onto the floor and getting all the specials out, and there's just like, no, there's no one there. That's what the store manager was like, yeah, it's not really an event anymore, is it? Like, they start it so early. There's, like, most Black Friday specials start, like, on Thanksgiving or the day before now. And so they're doing so much that's online. I started to realize that, like, when I wanted to get new release games, I was like, okay, well, I could try to get, like, into Walmart, like, at like 12 midnight so that I can get new release games for a lower price. Or I could go on any time during Black Friday, during the day, from my phone and order it for the same price.
And not have to deal with people.
I have to get going. So.
Okay.
Have a good night, DC. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, DCE Claire.
Welcome. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my goodness.
Down to 4.
They're down. But yeah.
Do I know?
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know either. I asked I asked you what you were playing. I didn't get a chance to ask everybody else what they were playing.
You didn't ask James what James was playing.
That's true. I did not ask James what James is playing, except the game of life.
No,
Oh,
plays
that's a
James.
game I'm always playing, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you certainly do. Besides the game of life, anything else going on for you?
A little bit of the mining and the crafting.
There you go.
I just recently discovered a mod pack that like lets you build your own village, and so I'm really enjoying that.
Nice.
Yeah. Other than that, not too much. I've been kept pretty busy.
Good. Very good. I would ask. I need to refer to it. Mashed potatoes and Cravey, who's been quite silent, but that's okay. But if you were playing anything or trying to avoid discussions, playing anything therein.
Well, I've also been playing Craftopia mostly.
Oh, very nice. The only thing is you have to make sure that whatever you build is better than Alex's.
Is Craftopia good? Like, I keep seeing it pop up on my recommended feed, and I've been considering picking it up.
Depends. Do you want my opinion or Crave's opinion?
Both. Go for it. Convince me.
All right, I'll let her convince you.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I enjoy it, but I feel like a lot of it is in progress still.
True. It is still in early access. So there are parts that are not available and still need to be definitely worked on. Let me see. Can I get this really quick? Where is this? Where is this? No, I want to take this. Can I copy this? I want to show you a screenshot. Okay, I guess I can do it this way. It's there's a lot of fun elements to it though, but it definitely is still got a lot in progress though. Here you go, screenshot. Something we were doing.
Oh, wow.
Our giraffe farm.
Our giraffe farm. And our pyramids. So yeah, you can build a lot. We made a pen for giraffes and they breed and then they give us materials, and we actually don't have that giraffe farm anymore because the giraffe stuff is kind of useless for us, but we do have sheep and buffalo.
That is,
And it's a lot of sheep and buffalo.
that is a giraffe and a half.
It's a lot of giraffe. Currently in that picture, they're following around Crave. Because she's wrangling giraffes. No, it's definitely I enjoy it like as a crafting game. It's fun, and like as a hack and slash dungeon crawler monster killer type game. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's not like Dark Souls levels of difficult, but like there's definitely some nuances to it. But it's definitely enjoyable. And it's multiplayer, obviously, even though it's still in progress. But that aspect is fun to be able to play with people.
Multiplayer is great.
There's a lot to learn though. Like all of the items you can get can have different affixes to them for enchantment names.
Ooh.
So they're still working. I think they just in the recent patch today were like, yeah, we made it so it's more you can tell if it's like for equipment or consumables what this enchant deals with. So like if you want to make a sword and you want to use a specific type of material for it with a specific enchantment, you can do that. Or you can like just use whatever and it'll come up with whatever is going on. But there's a lot, and they all stack differently too. So that's fun. We have a ton of chests. Holy shit! And they all have like tons of different stuff in them. So that is one complaint that Storage needs to be more.
Mm-hmm.
But no, overall, I think it's fun. Um, she thinks it's pretty fun. Otherwise, she wouldn't still want to play it.
This is
Although
true.
I'm not trying to talk for her, so
No, I think it's fun. I think it's definitely fun to like play with somebody and then you can laugh at all the silly stuff.
yeah. We have underneath our giraffe farm there is water. Oh, the whale shark. Yes, that is a giant whale shark you can fish up,
Shark.
and then you can use the saw there to turn it into fillets.
That's gonna be a lot of meat.
Yeah.
It's not as much as you think, but it's worth a lot of money.
I mean,
Which is fun. Also, you can set the buildings on fire accidentally. Definitely done that.
accidentally. Yes.
Accidentally.
I mean, if you run to the fireplace and then run into the wooden walls, you set them on fire. So
It took me a long time to stop running into the fires.
yeah, we had to move those a few times. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, I'm on fire.
Oh my
Oops.
goodness. You don't want to be on fire.
That is our open concept kitchen right there.
I like that. Yeah.
Because doors are a pain in the ass.
It's very homey.
Yeah, yeah. It's all our food is in there.
Yeah.
So much food. No, it is fun. I would definitely say if you want to try it, wait till it's on sale.
It's on sale right now, actually. 20% off.
Oh, well then, if you want it, go for it. Try it out.
Like, to pick that up.
It's quite fun.
Double check if you have enough money, but
There's only the humans available for races currently, but they do plan on adding a couple others to play as, I guess.
I want to be a half goblin.
I don't know if they have half goblins. They're gonna have elf at least though.
That'll be it.
And there was one other, I think maybe orc or something. I can't remember. But yeah, it's fun. And then you can go to multiple different islands. You can rename them. We have one that's a volcano that we've explored that we named the Fire Nation. For
Are they
obvious
good?
reasons. So yeah.
Is it like, is that like an active volcano?
There's lava coming down the edges, and then there's a dungeon in the middle of it.
Oh, so yeah, that's active. Wow, that does sound cool.
It doesn't like explode with lava, and you can walk in the lava trails, and it doesn't hurt you. But if you jump into the lakes of lava, you will get hurt really bad. Also, there is a dragon on that map that took forever to kill. I would also like to see a bigger variety in island types, because so far we've seen a lot of repeating like maps for it, but they're still fun. But yeah, no, it's fun. There's a lot of different crafting things you can make. There's you can capture monsters and animals. You can make hoverboards and cars and stuff. I'm hoping guns get introduced. There's magic, melee, and bows. But yeah, there's still a lot that they're going to add to it. So I'm looking forward to see what they do to it. So yeah, that's my hot take.
That's your hot take.
That's my very long hot take.
It's a long hot take. Good. Terrific. Well, I'm glad that you're having crafting fun. That's good. Yeah.
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 Yeah, Nathan. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm ready to get back into a crafting game. So but that's okay. I was never like huge on like Minecraft or anything like that, so
Sacrilege.
I know it's sacrilege. Sorry.
This one's not as granular as building as Minecraft is.
Yeah.
Like you're not building by block, because you can place down floors, walls, and ceilings and
so this
stuff like that.
This is a little bit more of like in Fallout 4, maybe when
Kinda, yeah. It's more like the settlement building in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Like you can place furnaces, You can place floors, foundries, other places. But like for building buildings, it's use walls and floors and roof tiles and doorways and doors instead of just
Mm-hmm.
as per Minecraft. It's you place a block, you place another block.
Sure.
So it's not as granular, which is nice.
Nice. And yeah, I like that. It kind of reminds me of some other, like when they have building mechanics in different survival games, but this looks a lot more open-ended.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely more open ended. Like our entire house is off in the water. Like we just built on top of the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And so we just place down floor tiles, and they're all connected. And then like where our farm is, and then our animals are all on top of that where we built off of. So.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Just because it's like instead of trying to figure out how it would work on the land
Mm-hmm.
and like dealing with hills and stuff, it's like, nah, we're just gonna build over here where it's flat.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, great. So always make sure to, if you do something completely off the rails, share screenshots, and we'll put them somewhere.
Okay.
If it's actually something that's on rails, you could share it too. But I don't know if you, is there like a ability to put like a rail system down?
There's conveyor belts.
Oh, then yes.
Is that close enough?
Yes,
Okay.
that is close enough. Oh, yeah. I'll share this one with anybody who cares. This was actually the cover that that I couldn't get out of my head, which was from Witcher 3, because because for some reason, I don't know. It's like the Steel for Humans. So it's like the part you didn't play Witcher 3, did you? Or you
I
started
have
to?
it. A bit of it.
Yeah. This is like the this is like the thing that's playing when you get into battles. Yeah, it's kind of like the big bold one with the ladies screaming, like the the big belting kind of thing. That one.
Gotta love it.
You gotta love the ha kind of thing that they have going on. Yeah, no, that was one where it's like, okay, now I'm gonna have that in my head all day. Witcher is great. I'm just saying that right now. The Witcher is great.
I mean, I did not like the game. I just didn't like the combat in the game.
Oh, it is the weakest element. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. The rest of it's fine, but when you have to have these huge ass battles and it's just
Geralt controls like a tank.
Yeah,
I don't know why that.
controls like
Yeah, it really is. It really is unfortunate because it's like every other element of the game is top notch, but then the combat just feels stilted.
I'm sure there's probably like mods you could get for it that would make the combat better, but
Make it feel like it flows a little bit better and that the camera's not so kind of like just rigid behind you and everything. But no, it is unfortunate. I know that's the thing that probably annoyed a few people because the story is terrific. Like it's brilliantly written and the characters are great. And if you are lucky enough to get to the end and see the ends and see the characters, you really do feel very fulfilled with the story. But yeah, there's a lot of those combat moments where it's like, oh, now I have to hit something and I'm like practically hitting behind me. And then like off to the side, and it feels just very rigid. Hopefully Cyberpunk won't have that problem because it's in first person. So, I don't have that third person, trying to make my character move in 3 dimensions. I just have to worry about where my reticle is aimed. So, okay. I think that was everything that I had to do, and we actually accomplished something on today's program.
we did. had nothing to do with anything we normally do on the show.
No, it had nothing to do with design or games or anything. Well, no, actually, I think it did. We designed a gaming PC for me.
I guess that has to do with what exactly?
Gaming and design. Those are kind of two main concepts that we do on the show.
Sure.
So, hey, there's that. Anyone else had anything that they wanted to talk about? Plug?
Pandas.
Discuss?
Always the pandas.
Pandas? Okay.
Not really. I don't talk about pandas. Did James have anything James wants to talk about?
I mean, not particularly.
Fair.
That is fair.
Just vibe quietly with the rest of y'all. So
Yeah. Although it is worth noting that if you do have any suggestions for how James might be able to get like a small group for playtesting,
oh yeah, let me know.
yeah.
Tabletop simulator. See people that want to play on that instead of. I mean, if you can't get together a group in real life, anything digital. I would say like, what parts do you need to playtest like specifically?
Right now, I'm mostly working out combat. I have most of the spellcasting and stuff like that together. I need to start working on my bestiaries and my my overall skill lists and stuff like that. So, but that all comes as I playtest combat and create stuff. So,
Do you have like just open combat, or do you have like a scenario you could like make it really easy? Like here's one combat encounter, like a big one or a long one.
I have a little of both. I'm working on doing some randomly generated combats that just force me to build the resources I need and also provide opportunities for me to test combat with other people.
Okay.
So
I would say like if you really wanted to like make it super easy for people to make several pre-gen characters. Like here's this kind of combat character. Like here's someone that's a sword and shield, or a two-handed weapon, or two weapons, or like no weapons if you wanted melee, depending what your system can handle. Or like magic if you have that worked out, or if you want to test it. Be like, pick a character and go to town, and just make like the sheet that they use just super simple for testing the combat mechanics and like what different elements they can do as the characters. That way, people don't have to create a character to try it. You can just have them jump in as X character, as sword user 1.
yeah, that's the plan, is to have some pre-gen characters. I haven't started working on them because no one's ever expressed any interest in playtesting, but you know, I have planned, so just need to put them on paper.
Feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it would definitely help to have those like available. Be like, hey, I'm looking for people to help me test this out. Have some pre-gens, like we can do like a 30-minute session or a 1-hour session of like just combat. And like if you really wanted to like really get people behind it, you could be like, I'll offer you a free PDF of the game to check out or something like that when it's later on down the line or something. If you really want to coerce people, I guess it depends on where you're looking. I don't really use Twitter that much anymore, but I'm sure there's people on Twitter who could be up for it. Or you could use like BGG or RPG Geek for that as well. Depends on what communities you're in.
Not enough yet, but both of those would probably be a good place to start.
Reddit is also potentially a decent place to look. Sometimes, if your, content doesn't get buried.
Yeah, I have tried once or twice on Reddit and had that issue, so I might give it another shot.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with Reddit for reasons we've been over before.
Right. So, there's some outlets for you. But best of luck finding playtesters.
Get Nathan to test it. He'll like to fuck with it for you.
Oh my god. I did have an idea for a podcast, for like a live play podcast that I was just going to call Break Squad, and it was just like if I had game designers come on to like play test their games, but their players are just me and like maybe 3 more completely insufferable people. whose only goal is to basically try to destroy the game while you're playtesting.
I don't know if you're capable of destroying games to the extent other people are, Nathan.
There's only one way to find out, Alex.
Fair, I suppose.
I am like a PC version of a bull in a china closet. Like
That's a mighty big closet fitting a bull in there.
There's nothing wrong with a bull in a china closet.
This is true.
Anyone who has played a Minotaur would know.
That's right. I love that. I'm totally doing that when I play a Minotaur finally.
Oh yeah, when you play Minotaur.
I wanted to play a Minotaur. I had a whole idea for a character that was a Minotaur. So
yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah. I mean, you already know what the character is going to be, so don't worry about it. Okay, maybe you don't.
I have no idea.
Basically, I was going to base it off of Theseus and the Minotaur, but in my version, the Minotaur defeated Theseus in the in the labyrinth, and then got out and wondered, what am I going to do with my life? And was like, oh, maybe I'll be a monster hunter, because that makes sense for me.
You're the Minotaur who escaped the
I got out of the labyrinth. Yeah. The hero came down to try and defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur won, and then the Minotaur came out, found its way out of the labyrinth because he could backtrack the steps that the hero took to find him.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
And then when he got out of the labyrinth, he was like, "Hey, I accomplished all my goals. What am I gonna do with the rest of my life? What do I do now?" The other Minotaurs have moved on. All I've known is this labyrinth for my whole life, pretty much, and well, they have opportunities to do monster hunting. I'm a monster. I already have like an inn here, so I guess we'll just go for that. And then I would have done them for like a monster slayer archetype for a warrior.
You should just go with a ranger.
Oh, no.
The ranger.
I don't want to be a ranger.
You can be a Minotaur ranger with an animal companion, and you take a human as your animal companion.
Can you do that?
I'm sure you could find a way.
Fair enough.
You just adopt a human with the UA that gives you whatever, like sidekicks.
Yeah. You take a sidekick, but you treat it as your animal companion. But you also make sure they have like a low intelligence of like 5.
Nice.
Okay. Yes.
Well,
I would allow this. Because it'd be hilarious.
you know what I do is that that human companion is the is essentially Theseus, who had come down.
And you caved in half his skull, so his intelligence went down.
Well, no, yeah, I bonked him on the head real hard, and now he has amnesia. He forgets what, but I'm thinking maybe he just wasn't very smart to begin with.
Right.
Yeah. He just wasn't that smart, but now like he's got bonked on the head, and so he doesn't remember who he was. He's got like amnesia, but he still knows how to fight good. So, yeah.
He's just a pack mule. That's fine.
Yeah, he's just a pack mule. That's fine.
Even though humans are terrible pack mules.
It's true. I do imagine that he would have a pretty good strength score or something.
You'd have to have dwarf.
A dwarf.
Yep.
I guess. Have a dwarf.
They're better at carrying things. They're always stable on their feet. They're like goats.
Oh, really? I have not played a dwarf, nor did I ever think about playing one.
They just get you just give them alcohol and they keep staying with you.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Alcohol and rocks.
Alcohol and rocks are all the dwarfs care about?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes metal or E, but you know.
Did you get that from Dwarf Fortress?
No, I'm still waiting for that to release on Steam.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you can always go and play Avarice in the meantime.
No.
With the D12 system? No, come on.
I don't.
They're the
Is
sturdiest
this a game
thing.
we talked about?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't remember things.
My God. That's okay. We've had a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
Too many by some accounts.
Just by my account.
But anyway, I think this is where we should probably end this episode.
No, what? No, we don't end until people want to leave and go home.
Well,
Actually, kill the devil. I do need to get off and get some sleep.
boom.
Damn.
See.
Nathan's like, we should stop. James is like, all right, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah. Bye, James. Thank you for joining us.
It's glad to be there. I can't. It's good to hear from you all.
All right.
I would say good to see you, but
Technically,
we're
we
not seeing it.
Evening.
yes.
Good to
that's
hear.
Good to hear you. All right. We'll see. We'll talk to you next time.
Oh, he left without you.
Darn.
And it was just 3.
And it's about to be 0 because I want to thank James, and I want to thank DC Eclair. Okay, sorry, I want to thank DC Eclair, Drunkle Paul, and James and the Giant Peach Cobbler for joining us on this episode. And I would also, of course, like to thank Mashed Potato and Cravy and Limited Time Arthur for being here. So,
And then Cyturkium.
Turkeyum.
Cygamium.
Cygamium. If I get a gaming channel together, that I should probably just make it Cygamium.
Yep, Cygamium. They'll be like, what the fuck is this? Cygamium by Nathan.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Just to make sure that I can keep my gaming title, it's Citanium Gamium.
No, that's too much.
That's fun. I can
No, it's too
that way
much.
it still says Citanium, which is going to be good for brand. And then, honestly, I don't think I could ever actually brand it because I think Citanium is probably a thing that Double Fine will be like, hey, isn't that a thing in our game? Like,
Thing in their game? I thought it was a. Oh, it is. It is a thing in their game.
it is a thing in the game.
Thing that you came up with because it was like 2 things.
It is 2 things, but a game they came up with it in a game that I
There
liked.
you go.
But considering it's like an element and not a character,
Yeah, it's still copywritten. I'm sure.
it's true. Probably.
Gonna have to find you a better name.
And I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to do Cygamium.
Yep.
Gamium.
Have to do Cygamium
Cygamium. It's my new
because
thing.
that's not copyright.
Not yet. It's
Not yet.
not yet. It's going to get so abstract by a certain point. I'm not gonna even
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Google Cygamium. Nothing comes up.
Nothing comes up, and even
Asks
once
me
I
if I meant Sigma.
oh
Sigma.
Sigma
Sigma with a P at the front,
oh perfect.
which is apparently an investment management company.
Oh yeah.
And Pergamon, a place. So
Sigma Gaming. Yeah, I could just be Sigmatanium, something like that.
no,
Yeah,
Cynathium.
by yeah, Nathanium, something to that effect. Okay. Yeah, not getting into that argument. We're just... All right. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We will see you on the next episode, and have a lovely night and a lovely Thanksgiving. We'll see you in December.